mandatory sound check. And what, did we already get something from Rorist? What did she say?
Love of her life, and Val does not deserve you.
Thank you, Rorist. Thank you so much for the super chat donation right off the bat. Love of my life, and Val doesn't deserve me. So this is gonna be a fun time at Con.
I was just watching Rorist and Val's live stream. Man, they really gel. They have a good camaraderie there.
Yeah, I was in and out. They were doing the best and worst fathers of Game of Thrones. So speaking of fathers, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you, my brother.
Happy Father's Day out there in YouTube land.
But more importantly, it's your birthday.
It is, damn it. I'm not having another birthday this year. I wasn't going to have one.
Your birthday and Father's Day.
Yeah, on the same day. It's pretty close every year. So thank you. I got a lot of love on Twitter earlier today, so thank you very much for that.
A fantastic card from me.
Yes, an awesome. That's the best card I've ever seen. It is. I was awesome. I love the stick figure family. It was awesome. I'm serious. I want it framed.
Oh, dude, when you said that, I was thinking, one day it'd be in the studio or something.
Right. So, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. I see a lot of people saying happy birthday. Thank you.
And
I am 28. I'm getting close to 30. So,
creeping.
Yeah. I'm getting there. So,
you said it to everybody I didn't. Happy Father's Day to all you guys and, all your dads.
Absolutely. And single moms out there holding it down.
Holding it down.
Let's see. Thank you so much. I see Herb, Kendra, Albert, Steve. I saw Mark Joseph, the Snow in Winterfell, Danette. There's Nightbot. Watch out for Nightbot. Be careful. I still have to damn program him right.
And I have not seen anybody say anything about our volume. I think we're doing good tonight.
Yeah, everything good with the sound as far as the volume goes on this mic for both of us. Hey, Amanda Stewart. Thank you, Amanda, for your cards and stuff. I haven't checked. I don't know if you sent something for my birthday. I don't know if people even knew, but I haven't even checked the box actually the last few days.
Fernandez T, 28 my ass.
Fernandez, come on, man. I am 28 again.
I've missed you guys, man.
Canned tuna. I look like I'm 40. Yeah, I'm a little older than that. Canned tuna, man. Sound is perfect. Ashley says hello. There's Mr. Scotty, Andog, Gustavo, Rajan, Janine, Kendra. Yeah. We sorry, Kendra. Last week we had some things come up last minute, so we skipped a week. So we apologize for that. Let's see. Everybody said it sounds great.
You wear it well, Janine. You wear it well.
Yes, Rodrigo. 28 years of YouTube. Exactly.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly what I mean. It's my YouTube
You're like
birthday.
that picture of that skeleton at the desk.
Yeah. I feel like that too.
When I come in from work, sometimes I see you like that.
Stacy, you look just fine for your age, Chris. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. I don't know. This is a shitty camera, though. There's Amber, Janine, Kara, Ferrari, Hunjive. Thank you, Hunjive. Doc Holiday. There's the Patreon group.
Yeah,
Mitch
man.
Corbin. Thank you, Mitch. Sword of the Evening. Pete says that is her favorite shirt. Yours.
Sweet Daddy. I love it. Thank you.
Oh, no. You're fine. You're fine, Fernandez.
Tarzan.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the birthday donation. Thanks,
That's
sir.
awesome.
And happy Father's Day, Tarzan. We just spoke in the back end there. So, anyway, I guess let's jump in. Let's see a couple things to get started. First off, we got the booth wrong for Con of Thrones. I was saying 307.
I was saying 309.
And it was 304 the whole time, I think. And I think they changed that on us.
I think they might have too.
I think they might have actually changed that. So
you're
anyway,
sure now, though, it's 304.
I'm sure now, and like I said, there'll be a sign anyway. But yes, Con of Thrones coming up in what is it? 2 weeks?
Yes, sir. I'm so excited.
2 weeks. Just in 2 weeks we're heading, and it'll be booth 304. So everything's finalized except for the power issue. I have to deal with that. But anyway, that's just a fact. So anyway, basically everything's done. Everything's done basically.
Fucking loud one.
So we'll be there we'll be there hanging out. We'll see Rorist there. We'll see Val from McCall's Geek. You guys probably just watched their stream.
Yeah.
We'll see Tony Teflon, Tarzan.
I can't wait.
I think Tony's going to be there on some panels now, so that's cool. Hopefully to meet him. I don't know if Don Willie's going. I asked Don Willie the other day. I didn't get an answer in his live stream. So I'm not sure if Don Willie's going. So a lot of YouTubers there I'm excited to meet and hang out.
Me too. They know you, though. I feel like only Tarzan knows me. I'm Hi, guys. What's going on?
No. It won't be like that at all. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so booth 304. Also, really, as far as Con of Thrones, thank you so much to Will Carter and Tina, his wife Tina.
Yes.
Thank you so much for helping out with the Con of Thrones thing. And before we get started, you want to mention your little bit of news with your channel?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you remember, since it's been so long ago.
Well, it's just 2 weeks.
You remember I gave my email address out,
Right.
and asked for some ideas. I feel like I haven't seen you this week, but
Yeah,
I got
with work.
several emails with some cool ideas. A lot of support.
That's
I say
cool.
several. I mean, 8 to 10. But
Yeah.
that's a lot to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I was excited to get them. But yeah, cool ideas. And just to let everybody know,
Ah,
I have my book,
there it is.
and I have been reading, and I've already got a good idea for a video, and the set and everything.
So I don't know if you want to ruin it. You'll save that for a surprise.
Save it.
Okay.
Absolutely
We're gonna
save it.
All right.
Yep.
Cool deal. So, hey, Carol, there she is. Thank you, Carol. I don't know if we have Celine in here tonight as a mod either, so I hadn't seen Celine. I need to check on her. What happened to Celine? Has anybody talked to her? Let me know.
Yeah, I know, man.
But anyway, I think that's it. I think we can jump in now. Really quick before we get started, also just be sure to subscribe if you don't mind. Help the channel out a little bit. I know a lot of people watch without an account, but if you can create an account, subscribe, that'll really help us out.
Rodrigo. I can't believe
so-
you did that.
What's that? What's that?
Look what he said.
Did I miss it?
Rodrigo, right there.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Spoiler
Are
warning.
you fucking kidding me?
Oh, man.
I hope he's just trolling me.
Yeah, he's just, it's not, they ain't gonna kill no main character like
No,
that.
no way.
Yeah, I mean, I killed Ned Stark in the first book. That's crazy. All right, so anyway, let's jump right in. Let's see what we got. I saw a
bring
couple
it,
more
bring
super
it.
chats there already. Again, thank you, Tarzan. JT2988, thank you, but I do not see a question, so thank you so much for that donation. This is still going towards the Con of Thrones fund.
Love it.
But JT, I don't see a question there. I didn't know if you meant to have one. If
Thanks
not,
so
please
much.
retype that. Help get it to a moderator if you can. Also, Mark Joseph, thank you, sir. Happy Father's Day to Chris and
Thank you,
James, and all my fellow dads out there, and happy name day to Chris. Thank you,
Thanks so
Mark
much,
Joseph, the
Mark.
snow in Winterfell. And Shermack14, don't shout out to single moms on Father's Day. Moms have their own day. It's about you dads. Dads are wonderful and needed. Deserve credit to yourself. Thank you so much, Shermack. Yes, I know, but I come from a single mom. It's just one of those
Same
things.
here.
But my dad is in my life and
Yep.
and nearby, so nothing against that. Just saying.
Just saying. It
Just
is
saying.
tough.
Exactly, it is tough out there. And I see there's Val. Here's some Canadian money, pronounced money. Happy birthday, and I don't know what to ask. Awkward silence. How's the weather? So, Val, the weather
I love
is
your
hot.
sense of humor, Val.
Yes, this she's the awkward silence. I can feel it in the comment.
Yeah, dude.
But it's hot as hell, is what it is. It's humid as hell, and it's humid in
Hell
this
yes.
house. I don't know what that damn thing's set on, but it's
I was
hot
gonna
here.
do it again. I'm gonna
Knock it down. It's insane. So thank you, Val. Thank you so much for that Canadian 5. Let's see here. And Don Willie. Thank you, Don Willie. Don of Ice and Fire. Happy name day and happy Father's Day, Chris. Mockingbird for King. This is
Don.
the ever ongoing feud between Don Willie and Roris about
I heard Roris.
about Littlefinger. Littlefinger for King. Thank you so much, Don Willie. You didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the birthday gift. All right. Let's see. Chris Tarzan said, "Chris, give it back. She got it from Baelish." All right. Let's see here. So we have. Let's see. I don't see any questions yet. Did I miss anything?
Stacy, you saved that for your daughter. You're right. Good mama.
Right. Okay. Latonia says, let's see, is that Latonia Similton? Can you do a video about Dany's parentage? I think she is the Mad King and the Shara Dane. I actually have a long time ago, Latonia. This is a video I did. It was a response to the RLD theory that came out, I guess, a few years ago, and I did this. It's kind of a shitty video back then. It looks, it's cringy, it's horrible, but it was just me pointing out like how it can't work. And how the timelines don't quite match up and stuff. And that video actually it's probably still my best video. It's probably got close to 500,000 views or very close to it.
Yeah.
So actually I have done that before. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think Dany is the father. I mean, what she's supposed to be as far as where she was born on Dragonstone and all that stuff. I don't think there's any secret babies in the Tower of Joy and all that good stuff. Steph Snow says, let's see here. How will season 7 start? Where are they going to take us first? It's going to start with Danny. Just in my opinion, just a guess, but I would say Danny actually coming ashore. I don't necessarily. They could start with a battle, maybe a little battle before that, but I think it'll be Danny. It'll kind of pick up right where it left off, where we saw the fleet going over, and then she gets off and touches the sand.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be my guess.
Now you're touching the sand at Dragonstone.
At Dragonstone.
But now, weren't you thinking that Tyrion might already be there?
No, Melisandre would already.
That's
be there.
who it was looking down. Looking down. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, Melisandre. I didn't think about that last year
when Tyrion's hair was blowing, but it was Melisandre. Yeah.
When Jon kicks her out of Winterfell and she heads south, I didn't even think about that, honestly. You're like, where's she going to go? But it makes sense because that's where she was before with Stannis. We'll see if they, explain where the Baratheon holdovers have been. Or are they just going to walk up in an empty castle? Or are they just going to have an off-screen, thing where they kind of take the castle?
So it opens with her touching the sand, and then it pans out, and you see
Melisandre, the shot if we see that.
That'd be pretty cool.
I think so. And that'd be cool to see her go in there and see if they can get on the same page. I'm really interested in that.
What do you think? Yeah.
And I wish Kinvara was. I don't know. Maybe Kinvara will be there, but I haven't heard anything about the news. Let's see here. Albert Ryan said, I think there will be a mini prologue to the season, then credits, then Danny. Yeah, I hope they don't do a season 6, episode 10.5.
No.
We don't need. I don't think they have time for that. Let's see. Carrie Nevis, thank you, Carrie. Q&A. Carrie is a Patreon. Whoops, I lost it. Hold on, Carrie. Just scrolled. There we go. Q&A. Any thoughts on the possibility of Jon, Arya, Sansa becoming a ruling triumvirate?
Triumvirate.
Oh, triumvirate. Yeah. I'm sorry. At the end, reminiscent of the new era by Aegon and his sisters. That's interesting. That's an interesting parallel. I wouldn't think so, though.
I think there might
be. That's
be
interesting.
A triumvirate, but not those three necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I could see definitely like a parallel with Aegon. Aegon, he had 2 sister wives, and I was thinking Danny might have Jon and Tyrion, maybe.
That's where more I was
where you
leaning,
have the
maybe.
two not brothers and husbands, but the same thing, just kind of opposite. So I was thinking that before. So certainly possible.
It is possible.
There'll definitely be some parallels.
I like the Jon, Arya, and Sansa.
All right. Let's see. Just saw a super chat, I think. Yes, I did. Sarah, thank you, Sarah. Happy Father's Day. Happy birthday. What do you think about the waif Arya theory? I think season 7 Nymeria Arya will be warged before she died. Will hunt the waif and kill her in the show in the scene we saw in the trailer. Thoughts? I don't buy if you're referring to the theory that the waif is actually still alive and Arya's dead. If that's what you're referring to, I don't really buy that. I think it's Arya. I don't think it makes any sense thematically for the waif to continue and go over to Westeros. She wouldn't even know what to do.
Right, and
she don't know enough about her life and her list. She does know her list, but she wouldn't know her life.
She does know her list?
Yeah, she beat it out of her last year.
But hasn't she changed it?
Yeah, she has. She removed the Hound, and they made it really short. Like, I don't even think she mentioned like Thoros and Beric, who are technically still on the list, and Melisandre. So, season 7, Nymeria Arya warged. I do think we see Nymeria for sure, and I don't think they're going to do the warging thing in the show. I wish they would, but it may be too late for that. But in the books, they're all definitely wargs. So yeah, I do think that was the waif's face on the wall. Also from Shemak, thank you. Will Sansa and Arya kill Baelish together? Yes, in a sense. I don't think Sansa literally swings the sword.
You guys were talking about this on your podcast.
Yes, we were talking about it on the Side Effect podcast.
Yeah.
This was our our theory talk this week was, and by the way, the Side Effect, if you don't know yet, if you're new here, that's a podcast with me, Val from McCullough's Geek Roarist, Kevin from the Bat Productions, and Tarzan from Trial by Trivia, and that was our little theory talk this week about season 7. How will this little triangle thing work, and how will Baelish go out? And I think that ultimately, it has to be Sansa responsible for it.
Right.
Now, will she do it herself? No. But Arya,
I totally agree.
I could see Arya completely doing it, or possibly Brienne. So I see it going, but I can see it either way with that.
But you think? Do you think Sansa will be in the scene?
Yes.
Or it won't be like she told somebody
Yeah,
2 days ago, and then
I think she's got to watch it.
I think so too.
I think like she did with Ramsay. She watched the thing. She made herself stay there before she turned around.
Yep.
And if she does that, I'll be fine with Sansa. As long as they keep the Sansa we saw in episode 10. That was our last argument. So I think that would be fine. Let's see. Also, Hannah Witt. Thank you so much, Hannah. Happy name day. Wish I could be at the con. Question. Do you think we will be the first? What would we think would be the first main death of season 7? Also, should I have red or white wine tonight? You should always have red wine. It's good for your heart, good antioxidants. And the first main death, I don't know. God, that's tough. What do you think? You have any ideas on a main death? I mean, I think, I don't know if you call them main death. I would say probably the Sand Snakes, but they're not main characters, I guess.
And I'm picturing the first main death will come from wherever Dany is at. So,
like
if you consider him
maybe a Euron battle,
that's what I was going to say. If you
somebody
consider
there.
him a main character, I feel it's Euron. I do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be around as long as we think. I mean, I think that we're going to see some other main character deaths, but later in the season.
I wish I knew and I'm going to learn, but the Euron that you speak of from the books, because he's almost irrelevant. In the show,
so far,
yeah.
I mean, that now, of course, we did see an article come out, and I didn't do a video on this, but it came out yesterday, day before, where the actor is saying that he's going to make Ramsay Bolton look like a little kid.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So I don't know what that really means. We'll see. I don't know if he can make Ramsay look, but that Euron could. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they do something right with him. We'll see. Let's see here. Mark Joseph says, I think Sansa ends up with Tyrion. My opinions don't necessarily reflect James and Chris's, but may. I think that's a good possibility with the whole Tyrion thing. But you also got to remember the Hound and that little thing with Little Bird. It was more prevalent in the books, is much more in the books than the show. But there was something there because in the books Sansa remembers this non-kiss that didn't happen when he went to her room before he left King's Landing, offered to take her. So a lot of people now ship the Hound in Sansa. So I don't know, it could be the Beauty and the Beast thing.
Man, I have a hard time feeling it, but I know my heart would love it if it happened.
Right, you got a little Beauty and the Beast thing. So I can see that too. Mr. Scotty, hey there, Mr. Scotty. Q&A, picks from season 7 show Beric and Arya in different picks, but the same horse. Does Arya kill Beric Dondarrion? That's a good question. I don't think that she will kill Beric. I think that Beric will end up in the north, and I think the horse thing was probably just they just used the same horses, in different scenes.
Right.
But I'm worried about Melisandre. I'm worried about Melisandre before she gets to Dragonstone. If Arya's already there in that area, but then again, wait a minute, she does get the Dragonstone, so I don't know. That's weird.
Is it Arya?
Does she come back up north? That's crazy. That's interesting, huh? So I don't know. That could go many ways. But yeah, I would love to see that thing with Sansa and Tyrion would make sense. The Hound would make sense. I don't see Arya though. A lot of people want Gendry and Arya and all that kind of thing, but I don't know. She don't want to be a lady. So
I don't know what Mark had typed before, but he said fat thumbs, so he must have spelled something in his previous comment that he didn't like.
Disclaimer.
He's talking to somebody else, not a question.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry. We don't mean to jump in y'all's conversation either.
No.
So, a super chat from Ian Gossett. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you.
Thoughts on Varys and season 7 manipulations setting up Littlefinger? I could see that. I was thinking actually something in King's Landing similar to the books that I won't give away, but he arranges for Aegon in the books, but Dany in the show to come to Westeros by taking care of some business in King's Landing. I'll just say that. So there could be something there that he has done, but then again, we have everybody's seen the trailers now and the pictures of him on Dragonstone with Dany, so I'm assuming he gets off the boat with her. But he may arrange something. Maybe she somehow arrange something before they get there.
Do you think Littlefinger is heavy on Varys' radar though?
I don't know. I would, in a way, because if he in any way threatens Dany's rule, yes.
Good point.
You know, but if he's more, you know, engrossed in the stuff in the north, you know, we'll see if they get that far. But I would think they've been kind of head to head since day one. I would think it's going to something comes down between them. But then again, Bears Mountain to deal with it because we have the Sansa situation.
True.
So you would think it was going there, but maybe not. I don't know. That'd be maybe they'll combine that somehow.
Oh, they might he might have a plan set up, and we see his plan unfolding. Yet Sansa gets it done
beforehand, and they report back. Oh, it's too late.
Like they try to lead us to think
he's dead.
He's going to get it done, and then Sansa does it.
All right, let's see. Left Hand. Thank you, Left Hand, for the donation. You think Bran is the Night King? Left Hand. Actually, I don't, and I don't mean that he can't manipulate things back in those days, because he can manipulate things. Obviously, we've seen that, and I think that's why Blood Raven lied and said the ink is dry. But I don't see, a lot of people think he's like the original Bran the Builder, the Night King, and all these different Brandons through history. And I like that idea, but I don't see how he can manifest himself physically. I just don't see how he can do that. Could he manipulate things? Sure. Maybe get somebody to do something? Sure. Get Bran the Builder to build the wall somehow? Possibly. But he can't be the same person, I don't think. I don't know. We just hadn't seen any evidence that he could be a physical person in a different time.
Right.
So that's the only reason I wouldn't think so.
It's like Carol grabbed one.
Carol grabbed one. Thank you, Carol. From Dave Tresky. Can a Valyrian steel sword pierce Valyrian armor? Will we see the armor this season? That's a good question. I don't know. I guess maybe. But here's the thing. Valyrian steel armor, I don't think it's confirmed yet. I think that was a Euron, that was a damp hair dream. Or a dream. I guess I'd say he was high. he was in the bowels of the silence and given some medication.
Right.
And he saw this in a vision of Euron wearing a suit of Valyrian steel armor. So I guess we'll see it in the show. Maybe they'll introduce it and just to make him that much more of a badass. I don't know. But yes, that's a good question. I guess I guess it could.
Dang it, please look at that Shane Vincent one right there.
All right. Shane Vincent, happy name day. I saw a theory saying that the Night King is actually Bran, pointed to some foreshadowing. Leaf says to protect us from humans. Thoughts? Yeah, I think I saw that. I saw a lot of this, this theory crafting in the last couple of weeks.
Hit that since we were already kind of on that.
Right. But when she said to protect from you, I think that was a metaphor, as in you, as in a man, a person, and then she went on to kind of explain that. So I don't think she meant that literally, as in you, because Bran we saw the actor, we saw him get stabbed with the dragon glass, and then Bran was watching. Right. He couldn't be in two things. It was an actual person you saw there. Again, it's the physical thing. He couldn't be there physically. It's somebody else looking like somebody else, and then be there watching himself. If that makes sense. This sense, weird paradox shit makes sense. So thank you, Shane. I just saw a super chat. Thank you. Is that C-Mob?
C-Mob, yep, whatever.
What do you guys think of the theory that the seven is the seven saviors working together? Dan equals mother, John equals warrior, etc. Each religion seems to haven't heard much from the faith for the faith of the seven. Yeah, we actually talked about this a couple weeks ago a little bit. I just kind of popped in my head, and again, I don't know if it's original, but we were thinking that the end of this thing may end with 7 people.
Right.
Like, it's going to be bad. And you may have, because if you think about it, all those aspects of the faith, right? You got the warrior, the smith, the maiden, the mother, the father, etc. They all represent like what you need in a society.
Yes.
So if you have to rebuild,
you have one of each.
We have one of each, and that makes sense for a dream of spring. So I could see that happening. So that just kind of happened on a live stream a couple weeks ago. We had that pop up. So I think there could be something to it.
I think there might be something to it too.
Arya is definitely the stranger. Let's see. Also from super chat from Mike Riley. Thank you, Mike. What was it? A hint that Rhaegar is buried in the crypts? He said that his brother should be buried by his father. I know he was talking about Ned. I wouldn't think so, Mike. I think that Rhaegar was burned. I think on the Trident there were too many people there. They did respect each other in battle and things like that. They went after his rubies. So I think it was implied in the books he was in fact burned. I don't think it would make sense for them to be carried up to Winterfell to be buried there. It didn't fit their tradition, and Ned would respect that tradition regardless.
Big Cincy says Q&A. Chris, do you think House Stark will live on after the story is over?
Man, I think so. I think they that's his two big houses, Targaryen and Stark. I think whether that's just Jon or whether that's Jon is a sacrificial lamb and it's somebody, I don't know, but I think so. I think there'll be a little bit. It's not going to be all gloom,
Right.
where it's going to be bad, but there's going to be. I mean, they're going to be given a chance to make a choice and make things better and change the government and the ruling class and the monarchy and all that shit. So I think they'll probably live on. I don't know who that's true though. I don't know. It could be. Is it Sansa? Is it Arya? Arya makes sense because of the Nymeria thing, the Warrior Queen. Jon makes sense. Sansa, they all make sense in some way, shape, or form. Bran, I don't know.
And there's going to be a lot of remodeling necessary after all this is done.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Remodeling is an understatement.
You're not kidding.
So thank you, Mike. Let's see here.
Avalanche coming for their ass.
Yeah, good Lord, we're at 521 watching. Wow.
I'm surprised on a Father's Day.
Yeah. Let's see. Sam Flanagan. Okay, Chris, I'm trying to get a campaign started. I'm going to try to get the CGI people at GOT to get a scene made where Drogon and Ghost meet and sniff each other's ass
That's funny
in front of Jon and Dany. Yes, Sam, I know, man. I don't want them to leave out Ghost. I don't want him just to be sitting at damn Winterfell all year and we don't see him.
Yeah.
I want the damn direwolf to meet the dragon literally, not just figuratively.
Man, yeah.
So I agree. Let's get that going. Let's get a hashtag or something. Can we get a hashtag going for that?
Do it, Sam.
Let's see here. All right, I just saw a super chat, but let me check Streamlabs. I haven't really seen any of those little alerts come in.
I saw one.
Did you see one?
Yeah,
but I'm not
forgot
seeing
about
them.
the Streamlabs.
Yeah, let me double check really
Could have been a
quick.
subscriber.
Let's see here. Yes, there was. Yes, this was last week's, and we got two.
Yeah.
Ethan Hunt again. Thank you, Ethan.
Hey, Ethan.
Happy birthday, Chris. Hey, James. I have a question. Sometimes it won't fit in these boxes. Is there a venue that I can ask questions that has more room that'll make that you'll see a part or see or reply to, be it on stream or otherwise? During the stream, not really. I would have to check everything, but you can send me if you want me to send more in-depth stuff for like offline type of stuff. You can go to the channel and send me a message there. Go to the About section and click message. I mean, not on the stream because I'd have to go to 15 different places.
And on one of your regular videos, some people leave comments that are really long, and Chris pretty much reads it.
Yeah, I'll at least read it. I promise I'll read them all. I can't always respond now. I used to get to every single one. I just can't anymore. But I'll usually like heart it or like it, just to at least acknowledge it. But I try. So
we gotta do another one of our Q&As where you bring out your DJ voice.
Yeah, we hadn't done that in a while with some good music.
K97.5.
Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to K97.5. We ain't done a recorded Q&A in a while. But speaking of Q&As, they canceled the Game of Thrones live show, after show, the actual HBO version. So we're gonna take it over.
Scared.
We're gonna take it over. So be here during the season. 10:30.
Winter's coming, motherfuckers.
That's right. Be here at 10:30 during the season. We're doing a live after show. Also, a Streamlab donation from Austin Gonder. Thank you, Austin.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, happy birthday and Father's Day. Chris, missed the last couple of shows. Questions for both of you. What are your top 5 episodes? Mine are The Winds of Winter, Battle of the Bastards, Hardhome, The Watchers on the Wall, The Reigns of Castamere. You know what? I like that list.
I love that list.
I will say that I do like Winter is Coming and The King's Road and those first, basically the first season. Because it's set up so much and it was really close to the books. So I really enjoy those, but from an aspect of visuals and battles and all that stuff, The Winds of Winter,
so
Battle
hard
of the Bastards.
to take one of those off of that
Yeah,
list.
it's Hard Home. Yeah, I mean they're all great. Watchers on the Wall was when the Battle for Castle Black. Reigns of Castamere was the Red Wedding. I mean you can't go wrong there. That's my list. I mean.
Just reading them.
Yeah.
Tell me you're not having visuals.
Yeah, you
in
do.
Your head.
Absolutely. When you hear I think they do a pretty good job of naming these episodes.
Yeah.
When you hear that name, you know what happened.
I'm picturing them at Hardhome up on the ridge up there.
Right.
That's so creepy.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly. In the arrow coming, the giant
Oh
shooting
God,
arrow. So Anyway, Austin, I mean, I'm not trying to make it, that I like them all in some way, shape, or form. But your list that would be my list if I would just have to think of some, honestly.
I prefer White Walkers on those white horses. I mean, they seem just badass and creepier to me like that.
Yeah, I like the idea of the four horsemen last year. They really hammered that home with the four horsemen, where it used to be just like random guys in the woods with no armor, and now they've changed, and I don't know, they've been changing every year. So let me get back to the thing here. I think we're getting behind. Let's see.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have. Okay, Mark Joseph, the Snow in Winterfeld. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you,
again.
brother.
What are your thoughts on the article that claims to know that John's real name is? It was an interview with Brand's actor, but they don't quite him. They don't quote him yet. Claim his name is Jaehaerys. Yeah, I just did a video on this yesterday or the day before. So check out that video. I actually go into why it could be Jaehaerys or Aemon, however you want to say it, because it fits both of those. And I also mentioned, I don't believe this, and I say this in the video, but they could do in the show Aegon, but I don't really buy that. But I could see potentially in the show, just since we don't have an Aegon young Griff character, and we didn't really ever get the name of Rhaegar's kids that were killed. They were just brought up that they were killed.
Yeah.
They could do an Aegon in the show, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be... I prefer Aemon because to me it fits better. But there is some cool parallels with Jaehaerys the First. And he was like he was called the old king, the conciliator. And conciliator fits perfectly for Jon as far as what the definition of that is.
Okay.
Somebody who brings people together. He's a mediator.
Oh, hell yeah.
He ruled for 55 years. He was called the Old King. He was a great king. People loved him. You know, he did a lot of great things.
Somebody would be named after him.
Somebody
like him.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense, but also Aemon makes sense. And I like Aemon a little better in the sense that Jon used to pretend he was Aemon, the Dragon Knight, and
how cool is that?
Maester Aemon at the wall that he kind of connected with, and he
Yes.
kept in touch with Rhaegar. So I did a video on that 2 days ago. Yeah, check that out. And that I go through all that stuff in there. Also, Ian again, thank you, Ian Gossett. Thoughts on Sotheros and 5 Obsidian Castles in Essos? Sotheros, I don't know that much about. I think that may be something they explore in these spinoffs. Although we'll see what makes the cut there. The castles in Essos, I think it hits at the first long night. I mean, you have the 5 forts.
Right.
They are guarding the big red waste area as if it's another land of always winter. But the weird thing is, we know it's not connected. We know Essos is not connected to Westeros. That was out of George R. R. Martin's mouth. So I think it shows you that this was a worldwide event. All the stuff comes from there anyway. So Azor High, all that's in the land of Ashai, all that comes from Essos. So it's indicating to me that this is a worldwide problem, not just a Westeros problem. So that's what the 5 forts to me represent.
Is it, or could it? You know how we have like pyramids on different continents that were built about the same time and shit like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Let's see here. Whoa, we are way behind. Awesome. The Wow Medic. Thank you. Love your videos. Do you think Podrick will ever be reunited with Tyrion? Also, will ever be king? Will ever be knighted, as the Onion Knight would say, knighted? Exactly. Learning to read. That would be great. Actually, I think Podrick will be knighted. Because we kind of got that. I got that feeling anyway with the talk with him and Brienne.
I did too.
When Brienne was like, "I can't knight you. I'm not even a knight myself." But all he cares about was learning how to fight. He's like, "Does it really matter?" But I think in the end he will be, or before he dies if he does. Right. So I got that feeling when I saw that conversation. As far as reunited with Tyrion, I would hope so. I think he will, but then again, does he stay with Brienne? And Bran's going to stay with Sansa and Winterfell the whole season.
Right. How
active are they going to be? If she's not going to leave unless she's ordered to leave, will he still be the squire? That's just kind of...
He's going to do something huge at some point. And I think you're right. Maybe right before he dies or posthumously.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But I hope he's just not stuck in Winterfell all season where we just don't see him. Let's see. Also have a super chat from
Shiny Raven.
Shiny Raven. Thank you. What do you think about little Sam? Will he be confronted with his brothers? Would be ironic if the boy that the Night King couldn't empower his army turned out to be his biggest threat. Yeah, I've thought about that. I'll be honest and say, and I've said this before, Baby Sam is an enigma to me in this story.
Yeah, he's like a Joker in a deck of cards.
Yeah, he is. He's hard to figure out, almost like Patchface in the books. But Baby Sam is hard to figure out because it's like he's around for a reason. He's still there. Otherwise, they could have like left him at Hornhill, or something like that. But we know that he's related as far as blood-wise to the Night King, or not the Night King, but the other White Walkers he's created from his brothers and Gilly as well. But I don't know. So I don't know if it's about Baby Sam or Gilly, because I think Gilly comes into play by her learning to read was important. She's going to discover something with Sam that he like overlooked, or maybe she's helping him read through some stuff, and she talks about Azor Ahai or whatever it may be. And so I think that's where she comes in. But Baby Sam, I don't know. We were wondering the other week if it was something to do with like how Craster got to communicating with the Night King and got this little pact going on, and will Baby Sam and Gilly have something to do with the end game?
Right.
As far as a pact or communicating with this bastard somehow.
Didn't you say they left it kind of ambiguous in that scene? Was he going for Baby Sam, or was he just going to kill? You don't get to find out.
Exactly.
You know?
It was. I mean, he was obviously going for the baby, but did he want to
kill it or take it?
Yeah. You don't know.
You
exactly.
really don't get to find out. But yeah, and we've talked about several times when we do in-game talk about how so many tiny things have to take place.
Yes.
For all this to end the way it's supposed to be. These people don't have to be fulfilling that knowingly.
Right.
And like Gilly just wanted to save her baby.
Exactly.
She wasn't playing any part of any game. She just wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. Her baby was important though. And we're going to find out how.
Yep. So thank you, Shiny Raven. Also, JT again, Q&A, Torment and Brienne, rooting for them. Yes, absolutely. I think that would be outstanding. I mean, I know that's fanboyish or whatever, but we have all these relationships we want to see happen in the midst of like this coming storm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Brienne deserves that. Brienne deserves a Torment.
She does.
You know?
And he deserves a Brienne, too.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
I want to see that happen for sure.
I can't see their names together, Chris, without thinking Lionel Richie. you have ruined me, man, with that song.
With that little video, yeah, I did a little. That was just one thing. You remember last year when we were watching that, and I was like, wait a minute, I got to go in there immediately and do a damn Lionel Richie video.
It was perfect
for that. That was all. I mean, I thought it was awesome. Is it me you're looking for?
That was so freaking perfect.
Oh, so yeah, you're right. I do think about that now. Stephanie Straub, also thank you, Stephanie. I don't see a question, so I don't know if you missed the question box. Really quick, guys, if you're doing the super chat thing, there's a few people that's asked about this, so just to throw it out there.
Yeah.
When you do a super chat, when you click the little dollar icon, there's a money slide that you can pick the amount, but right above that's the line for the question. Right. So just want to make sure people see that, because if you don't type a question, they'll just send the money and it's blank. So if you had a question, Stephanie, please get it to a moderator.
You're thinking that maybe they click it, thinking the box will open up.
But the line is literally right above the money slide. So you just have to start typing it before you actually click submit. So just to make sure everybody's clear on that, so I don't want anybody to like send money without getting a question asked. Travis, thank you, Travis. How long do you think it would take Bran to fully understand and control his powers, since he basically downloaded all the Bloodraven's power and history and all the world in one shot?
Dude, I know. That's a lot.
It's a lot of information he has to process, and I don't necessarily think he's done. I think he's got a little time to do some more learning. So I don't think it's like he's never going to plug into werewood.net again. I think he probably will at Winterfell again.
I bet you're right, yeah.
Because you do have some time. I mean, the wall has to come down. But you have all this other stuff going on with Jon and Dany, the meeting, and him trying to recruit people, even in King's Landing, and Dany in the war and trying to take over before she learns about what's really important. You got a lot of stuff to happen there while Bran can still kind of learn. So I think there's a little more plugging in going on, a little more downloading. So I definitely think we'll see some more history, and I do think we'll see the turning of Harrenhal. I think that's Bran's big thing in Season 7. Let's see. I saw another super chat. Kendra Handley. Thank you, Kendra. Do you think the wolf used for Ghost dying in real life will have an effect on the show? Do Do you think they will use it to end the wolves on the show? Okay, good news on this one. Well, good news, bad news. It wasn't actually that ghost.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh, cool.
It was a wolf at a wolf shelter named Ghost in real life that George R. R. Martin supports. So the wolf, cool. I think it's I keep forgetting, is it Quigley? The actual wolf that plays Ghost is fine. It's actually a young wolf that's still healthy. So Ghost did not die.
Okay.
So we will.
So it's a place George R. R. Martin supports.
Exactly. That had a wolf named Ghost after the show.
And he was probably bummed about it.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah, he was bummed about it. So yeah, it wasn't the actual show Ghost. So I thought it was at first too, and I was like, oh no, But then I actually read the article. So yeah, it's a good thing it's not Ghost. But hopefully again we'll see him this year and not just be sitting up in Winterfell. Also, Mark Joseph again, thank you, the Stone Winterfell. Don't forget to subscribe to James's channel, Daily Useless Sports Trivia.
Mark, that's funny you brought that up. Thank you so much. I've got 4 new videos for that channel
in the queue.
In the queue, ready to be edited right now, and they're quick for him to edit. I'm still learning, so it's taking me a little bit, but I'm glad you mentioned that because I'll hit you with 4 really quick. Probably this week.
Yeah, there actually one's probably a quarter done, which is your videos are quicker. That type of video. Also, super chat from Jen Williams. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
I've always been outside trying to photograph a wild fox, but do you believe that one of the major players next season will be the Iron Bank? Well, good luck with the wild fox thing. There are a few red foxes around here I see every night, every few nights. Yeah, I think we'll see the Iron Bank come to play. I'm wondering how big it's going to be in the show, but I think they're going to visit Cersei and kind of demand get our money, or we're gonna back this Dragon Queen. That's the only thing,
and that's how they work.
Or the other option is if you still have, and I don't know if this is going to happen. A lot of people have asked, will we see Essos? Will we see Jaqen again? They will hire a faceless man if necessary. They can't hire a faceless man. They do not have an army.
Good point.
So they will either back somebody else who's an enemy, or they will hire a faceless man to take out somebody. So I think they'll be a player for sure. But the political stuff's got to be wrapped up fairly quickly. So I think that all happens this season. Thank you, Jen. Carol Brown. Yeah, I hear some thunder outside. Thank you, Carol.
Thanks, Carol.
What will be WWE Throwdown when the Hound reunites with Bran at Winterfell? I can see Tormund flexing. Yeah, I think there will be like.
Dude, that's a funny question, Carol. I'm picturing it in my head.
If you smell what the Rock, I can see that.
Holy shit!
Is cooking. Yeah. So I think that there's going to be like a quick little odd stare down if they meet, but I don't think there'll be any animosity.
Well, cool.
I think the Hound respects Brienne, now. I don't think there'll be another fight. But, yeah, I can see Tormund definitely stepping up. If he thinks that Brienne's being threatened, they may go to blows for a second before somebody breaks them up.
It'll definitely be an opportunity for the Hound to drop some of his classic
Absolutely.
one-liner,
you know what? They'll get along so great,
things.
though.
Yeah.
The Hound and Tormund hanging out.
Oh, if they would, they will.
I want them to have a beer together. They need to drink some ale. So that's season 7 goals. Let's see. Also, another super chat from Stephanie Straw, $5.
Thank you so much.
If Dany goes all Targ and kills Cersei and or Jaime in her conquest, that makes Tyrion next in line. Could he betray her? Well, technically, yes.
Could he? Yes.
Yeah, he could. Do I think he will? No.
I really don't.
I don't. I think that look last year, Peter Dinklage does such a great job at this. That look last year when she pinned the Hand of the Queen badge on him, or pin, whatever.
She validated his soul.
Everything that he wasn't able to do, with his father holding him down and being an imp and all that shit. He's in love with her in the sense of he actually believes in her now.
Sure does.
And he will absolutely keep her grounded. She will want to go Mad Queen for a while in some cases because she can.
Mm-hmm.
He will absolutely be her grounding, I think. So I don't think she's going to be the Mad Queen like a lot of people think. Cersei's kind of filling that role. And I think that's the parallel with Ares, is Cersei, and Jaime stops that too. To me, it fits perfect.
But we will see some scenes where Dany does go all Targ. You're
predicting
Field of Fire 2.0.
Oh yeah, we're going to see. I mean, if somebody, they're trying to fight. I mean, she's not just. I mean, I think she'll do the Aegon thing and send out ravens and say, "Look, I'm here," but she's got dragons. We'll use them. Let's see. Dragon 5616 says, Thank you. What comes before moonrise, sundrop? Q&A. Yes. Q&A. Will Oathbreaker and Widows will meet again? I think so. Only because, and the only reason, and I don't really know how or why necessarily. I mean, I can see that, finding out it's ice. Yeah. And let's get our sword back and all that. So, why do it in the first place? Why split them up in the first place if there's not if it doesn't come full circle?
I understand.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So why do all that anyway? Just to give Joffrey a gift, and then you'd happen to get the. Damn, can y'all hear that thunder? That was
pretty damn loud. You will soon if it gets closer.
Yeah.
But I do have to say on what they said comes before moonrise, sundrop. There used to be another citrus drink around here called
Cool Moon. I knew it.
Cool Moon was like Sundrop's little redheaded stepbrother.
Yes.
But it was amazing. Yes. I loved it. I hate they quit making that.
Yes. It was, and I used to get that right up the street at the little hamburger joint. Lane Street Grill.
Ooh, sweet daddy.
Lo Horton, thank you, Lo, for the donation through Super Chat, but I do not see a question, Lo. Thank you, Lo, so much. She is another Patreon. All right, let's see. Let me double check Streamlabs. Did I refresh that or not? I guess. Oh, it's spinning. We got the spinning donut of death. Let's see here. Well, all right. I don't see anything there yet. All right.
Tanner, I agree. Squirt is decent. I like Squirt. All right.
Cool Moon. Somebody recognizes Cool Moon.
Heck yeah.
There's Mike Bushnell. You're late. You're late, Mike. Or at least I haven't seen your name, so you're late.
Oh, shit. He's an
idiot. Yes. Let's see. Oh, so I guess they're talking about the Mayweather fight. There, somebody is.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm excited about that.
Wouldn't it be, David said, wouldn't it be sweet to see Mayweather get knocked out? I don't know, man. I don't know in his own. That's his house, man. You know what I mean? And McConnor. I don't know. Can he conform to those rules?
It's funny. My dad and I just had this conversation today. That
as a martial artist, I know that it's hard to do.
Don't be shocked if for like 2 weeks after this, the media's flooded with Conor head kick KOs his ass.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Let's see here. Gustavo says, Q&A, whoops, I lost it. Hold on, Gustavo. There it is. If John's name is Jaehaerys, could he be up for a long reign and the bittersweet thing be related to Dany? Yeah, it could be. I still don't see there being an outright monarch at the end of this, though. And John, maybe there is. Again, I've said the last couple of streams, I don't think there's physically going to be an Iron Throne. Will there still be some kind of power structure like that? Sure, it's not going to change overnight. But I don't know. John won't want it, number one. But if he has to take it, he will. So it could represent that.
Does he finding out his true lineage change anything in his mind, though? Does he start feeling a little...
That's true. I mean,
maybe I was meant for this. Maybe I've been playing this other role. I might need to step up.
That's true. And he would do it if he needed to. And I think... we'll see how much the death changed him too.
God,
because he did die.
Yes, sir.
So, it's possible, and I think that could be part of the bitter, the bitter part of the bittersweet is. I do think they're going in the direction of the Dany John love thing, and then they find out they're related, and we'll see what they do about it, or if anything. I just think they're going that route because Cersei and Jaime Twincest kind of got us prepared for that type of shit. So
you're right.
I think it makes sense in the sense of a tragedy. Carol Brown again. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, dear.
Prediction: the Hound and Torn would open up a chicken shack. A chicken out shack.
Chicken and ale shack.
Chicken and ale shack franchise.
Yes, man.
Yes, we were talking about
that's funny as hell.
We were talking about the week before, like what would you do in Westeros? Somebody asked, and I said candle maker. That's good. Yeah.
I must say, as much as people had me all fired up for that, it lived up to it. I was ready. I was like. You remember they were saying this, James seen the chicken scene yet? Yeah. And it lived up to the hype, man. I love that scene.
Oh, that's one of my favorites of all time. Every fucking chicken in this room. Let's see here. Was it Michelle? Is that Michelle? KM? Do you think Littlefinger will live through the season? Nope. He's got to go.
He doesn't see season 8.
Nope. He doesn't see
Damn.
season 8. He's gone. I think we talked about this a few times in various streams. He's got to go. He's got to be kind of pushed out the way for the war for the Dawn, and I think Sansa takes care of that. I hope. It's got to be Sansa. It just wouldn't make sense for it not to be. Saul Vesquelas, happy Father's Day, y'all. Thank you. Happy Father's Day. Q&A, a buddy of mine and I were talking about Sansa having Littlefinger executed Arya at Winterfell. Yes, we were mentioning that earlier. I think that's how it goes down. Sansa will give the order. Now, you could still say it was Arya, but the other option, for me at least, is Brienne. Because Brienne was damn near ready last year. She was just like, tell me.
Exactly.
Just give me the damn order. But Arya makes sense. Arya makes sense for what she's been doing. You know.
How do you feel about that? Like, say after the thing, your side loses after the war's over, and then you're tried for war crimes.
Yeah.
Do you buy that the person who actually, cut the throat
passes the
versus the person who gave the order? I mean, who's more?
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up because that is a Stark thing. Ned Stark, he harped on that. He who passes the sentence should swing the sword.
He did, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that coming into this, Littlefinger discussion. Sansa, now, granted, she wasn't trained like the boys were in the yard.
That. Yeah.
But God, that makes so much sense if she actually does it herself.
Wow. Well, I'm glad I thought of that.
Yes,
so you could think of
absolutely.
that because,
Absolutely.
I remember that scene because I've been watching season 1.
Yeah, so that's why he wanted Bran to watch that execution in the first place. Like, do you not understand why I had to do it? So that's good, man. That brings a whole nother level to it. Now, does she say kill him, or does she say I sentence you to die for treachery and whatever? And she goes out there and actually gets her hands bloody. Damn, that'd be cool.
Oh, you love her then.
Or at least as she like I said last year, the end of the season. She stood up for herself. She watched Ramsay. She took care of Ramsay, and I respected that.
Take you a quick break, Tarzan.
Yeah, we're about to. Go ahead, man. Don't feel like you got to hang out in here. Go eat, man. Go eat. Let's see here. Sam Flanagan, fuck the gravy. No, Sam, we don't give up on the gravy. Never give up on the gravy. Let's see what we got here. Let me double check this Streamlabs because it didn't refresh right or something last time. Let's see. Oh, we got a couple more. Is
awesome.
That right? Where are we at here? We got those two, correct? No, there was 2 more.
Yes, right.
Oh,
we
damn!
We got 1, 2,
4.
3, 4 more.
4 more. Okay, Ethan Hunt again. Thank you, Ethan.
Thanks, Ethan.
What's your thoughts on the theory that Bran is Duncan the Tall's descendant? She is. We don't know the details of that yet, but we'll find out. George R. R. Martin said the Senate would be revealed in the 4th book, and Duncan's shield was shown at her house in the 4th book. It would explain Brienne's size. Yes. So he has actually confirmed that Brienne is the descendant of Duncan the Tall, but we just don't have the details. I think that will be wins, I'm assuming. So that's all we know.
So they didn't accidentally just cast a tall chick in that role.
Exactly. Yeah, that's completely planned. So she definitely is. Austin again, thank you, Austin. Hey again, I have an ultra tenfold theory about Arya. What if she wears a white or a White Walker face to get close to the Night King and kill him with a cat's paw blade? I doubt it will happen, but I think it would be a cool twist in season 8. Now, it's not. Granted, it's a little tenfold, but we actually talked about this in Dragon Raised by Wolves. Mm-hmm. What was Arya's purpose of going over there for all this killer training? If she's not going to do something with it, is it just killing Littlefinger? No. And we did say, I will say this, we said this last year too, about a year and something ago, this blade would come back.
You did.
We said this in a Dragon Raised by Wolves, I don't know what part, maybe all parts. There's 4 parts to that, by the way, guys. It's a whole endgame series about Jon Snow and ended up being everything. So go check that out. But we said that this knife was coming back. Full circle.
I mean, I don't like to pat myself in the back, but we did.
we did.
And it's here.
So it's not that too far out there because I think Arya could actually fit that role, and we all think it's like Jon and the Night King's going one-on-one.
Yep.
Which, I can see that too.
Sure, but
Arya fits too.
She does.
It's not that out there.
And she's got she's getting
also, Pete, thank you for the donation. Pete says, I was wondering what you think of Sansa.
That's funny, Pete.
I never said any. I know you're referring.
You hate
to,
her mama. I know that.
I do. I don't like Catelyn. I never have. I'm sorry, but so I know you're referring to their little argument on the the podcast. That was what, 2 weeks ago, episode 3. But no, I don't hate Sansa, but she is the least. Okay, if I had to pick a Stark that I don't like, it's Sansa.
Right.
You know, she's my least loved Stark, is what I'm saying. Only because of, I won't get into the whole thing again. I won't go through that whole thing. Go listen to episode 3 of The Side Effect. There's a nice little argument about it on there. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate her. I just wanted her to, you know, it's just like they kept on teasing that she's going to grow up a little bit and step across. And not saying that she's got to become a bad person.
No.
It's just like, do something.
Right.
And finally, like season 5, she got all dressed up in black. Dark Sansa. Oh, cool. She's going to do something.
And that's what we thought.
And then, and I know it wasn't her fault, but she got taken to Winterfell, and then it went right back to the same character. So it's like they kept doing it, teasing it, but she never, until last year, she finally.
She's an underdeveloped character, is what you're saying. Basically.
Yeah, but she's meant to be that way. In the book, she's the Stark you love to hate. You know, that's the way it's supposed to be. So
she's meant to be that.
Anyway, I don't hate her, but she's my least favorite Stark. I'll just say that.
Good way to put it.
Carrie, thank you for another this Streamlabs donation. Carrie Nevis, Germ said 3 heads of the dragon aren't necessarily Targs. True.
Okay, cool.
Thoughts on the 3 heads being Chief Other Ice, Danny Fire, and John Balance, with the ice and fire departing realms of men at the end, leaving John as the Aegon of the story, or Aragon of the story. I'm sorry. Yeah,
this is kind of our Dragon Raised by Wolves thing she's got lined up.
It's exactly where we start this whole thing, and we start episode 1 of that series, like establishing like here's the theme.
Yeah.
Here's your balance. If there is any kind of symmetry, you got ice and fire, and John is both. Because a lot of people are always saying
thinking John was the
John
ice.
is ice and Danny is fire. No. The Night King is ice. So you're absolutely right. If there's any symmetry, and everything doesn't have it to be perfectly symmetrical.
No.
But yes, symmetry is here, and that is absolutely correct. And I think it would make sense. I mean, so I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't necessarily buy the. I don't even mention that part because apparently that is a spoiler. I don't know. I got sent that in a Facebook thing months and months ago. But I think it's possible, and it would be a good twist on that. It would be a good twist if there are in fact 3 people that have to ride a dragon.
Sure, it would.
So. Anyway, let's see here. Oops.
As I've said, I'm not against the Night King riding a dragon. You know, I was for a while, but I've kind of pictured it in my head now. There, because geek.
Val's still here, telling everybody she's got to go edit. Are you behind, Val? You're not behind. No, I know what you mean. It's nonstop. Okay, let's see. We got a a super chat from Ethereum. Thank you so much for Con of Thrones. Do you think the possible 3 heads will have to split up and fight the dark on multiple fronts? Example, Danny goes back to Essos, John handles Westeros, and whoever the third holds it down on an unknown front. That's a good point. In the show, at least,
you think we're done with Essos?
I do in the show. The book thing, yeah, you could spread them out, and that's interesting because Aegon the Conqueror always separated the dragons.
Okay.
Now the one time he used all 3 in the same place was the Field of Fire. So that's interesting that in the books it could be that maybe something happens over there and she has to go back or that makes sense. I mean, from a standpoint of fighting a war that's worldwide. But in the show, I don't know. I think they're done with Essos. There may be some quick shots or something, maybe when winter, if it does affect the world, assuming it does. But I think they're basically done with Essos, and so I don't think we're going to see that in the show, at least, like going back over there. And if it follows anything like our theory in Dragon, Raised by Wolves, this series we keep talking about. I should have put the link in the damn description. We bring it up so much, but if it follows that theory, they're not going to have to get to Essos.
Right.
If he's going where we think he's going.
Exactly right.
All right, let's see. We are at, I think we're caught up on everything really quick, so I guess we're at an hour if you want to take a quick break.
Yeah,
and let the dog, well, it's kind of raining like hell, but take a quick break. So let's do that. Let's take a quick break, and we're at an hour. Still got 6:21, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you for hanging out. All right.
We are back.
We are back. And really quick, thank you to Riley, a new Patreon, just pledged. Patreon is a monthly pledge, so thank you so much, Riley. And also Carrie for the extra PayPal donation. Thank you so much, Carrie Nevis. Appreciate that. I just got those emails. All right. Also, really quick, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this damn stream, anybody that wears hats, we have Smokescreen hats now available on the little store. That is, actually, I'll put that link there.
Cannot wait to get mine.
Yes, we have ours ordered for Con of Thrones, and hopefully they freaking get here on time. Stores. These links are all in every video description, but anybody that's interested in a hat, they can go get them now. I just basically wanted one of my own, so I just set it up in the store. So anyway, I'll put this in the description, or maybe not.
Marty Twombly says, "Hey Chris, hiya James. I hope you get the package I sent soon. I feel really stupid for not getting tracking on it." Well, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, I need to go. I got to go by the box. I need to go by the box for sure. Let's see. Why is this not coming up here? I don't know.
And I am
anyway
working on getting a bundle of some tie-dye shirts together. I see people mentioning that in the comments. And
I see what I'm doing.
You got me a gray one, correct?
Yes. So that you can get like a. You can order.
Look good with any tie-dye.
You can order one of these stretch fit hats. You can order regular kind of and then a snapback if you want a snapback. I'm not sure why anybody wear a snapback, but that's just I'm just not my style. But anyway. So anyway, that is available in the store, and I believe that link's in the description. It's the Teespring. Oh wow, that was a big ass. I don't know if y'all did y'all hear that?
Please tell me if you heard
y'all
that.
had to hear that. Here's the store. This link is in every video description, but hats are now available, and we did do a little work on the tie-dye shirt. We got to get that shit done. There's been so much shit to take care of, but yeah, we're going to get those tie-dye shirts. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Yes, they all heard that one.
Sweet.
Yeah, we got a good storm going now. Hopefully, we don't lose. If we lose power, if we go black, you know what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been getting some good storms lately.
Yeah, it's so damn humid. It was 95 today, and probably I don't know 95% humidity.
It was so thick.
All right, let's see. Lucy, does that say Lucy? Let me stop it. Lucy in the Sky. I love the Q&A. Great job, you guys. Thank you. Have a question, Chris. Are you thinking about making another series like a Dragon Raised by Wolves? If so, on who would you base it on? Maybe Danny. Yeah, I could. We actually thought about that.
We talked about it recently.
Either maybe doing an addendum video or part 5 or something, because it started as like Jon Snow, centered around Jon Snow.
Yeah. But
it ended up being a little bit of everything, like the complete end game. So we maybe after season 7, or if we ever get another book, we'll do an add-on.
I'm excited about it. Yeah.
So
and even if we do another one, I'm excited. But yeah, I think we've added a lot of different layers or pieces to what we've already got out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since we released the last.
And a lot just comes out in these live streams, so we just get questions based off stuff, just like you were saying a minute ago with the whole Sansa thing. It never even crossed my mind
that
that Ned he hammered that home. I should have remembered that from the get-go. Like, he who passes the Senate should swing the sword. So anyway, let's see.
Callie Cloud, we are in North Carolina.
Yes.
Kind of close to Charlotte.
North Cackalack. 90 degrees in upstate New York, says Will's woman. The storm was a relief. Yeah, it's we got a good one. We need bandana, said Hoojive. Yeah, you know what, Hoojive, let me tell you this, though. Teespring they are supposed to have all these other products coming out, so I'm still waiting on some of those.
You kept telling me about that.
They're doing, like, phone cases. I mean, right now you can get shirts and hats and like, some kind of tote bag and some basic stuff.
Brass knuckles.
Yeah, right, the basics. But they're supposed to be coming out with all these various products, so we'll see what if they ever. It was supposed to be this year, so I'm waiting on some of those. Let's see here.
Steph, question: will the?
Oops. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna try to hit you with one. Okay, you moved it.
Right here.
There it is. Yeah. Will the northern people have to move south as the White Walkers move in on them? and the wall collapses.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have a chance to. It's going to be bang.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have a chance to move. So I mean, unless there's some situation where like John is already up in that area and he sees him and he's like riding down, but he don't have time. They can't physically ride everywhere and warn everybody. Mm-hmm. He's just, it's going to be, they're going to plow through.
Now, am I correct that we have kind of like, winter is naturally coming on its own,
yes.
correctly?
Yeah.
Correct? I mean,
yeah, everything's out of balance.
It's been how long?
10 years of a summer,
10 years.
Longest summer on the books.
So winter is coming. Is it coming now, or is it gonna be early winter because they're bringing the winter?
Yeah, that's been a big debate. You know,
Will
winter,
we be seeing legit winter or what they bring?
Yeah, it's kind of compounded, I think.
Okay.
So you have winter coming, and maybe that's what they were waiting on, because but they bring it and they make it obviously colder where they are. You see people's breath and stuff.
Yeah, they're up there pacing, pissed off because John's getting more of a badass.
They're just like waiting, It's like, all right, can we get some
we
snow?
We could have got him when he was 3 years old,
Exactly.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Guys.
No, so it's kind of both. Winter does come, but they come with it, but yet they make it worse, obviously.
Gotcha.
So I think it's kind of twofold. Almost like the magic question. Did dragon and magic, people argue about that a bunch. Was there always magic? Why is it coming back? Did the dragons bring it back, or they cause it?
Like that.
Yeah, it's kind of both. Let's see here. Winter is here. Yep, says Steph. Losing in the sky. They answered my question. I'm so fulfilled. glad to brighten up your day. Sam Flanagan. Oh yeah, Chris. Foreshadowing here. I will not be sober at the con in Nashville.
Foreshadowing.
Yes,
foreshadowing. That's funny.
Yeah, foreshadowing my ass. That's just straight up. That was a spoiler. That was what that was. Let's see here. Let's see. Kendra again. Super chat from Kendra Handley. Tried to ask this last chat right at the end. In the books, doesn't Bran know Jaime pushed him because when Jojen kept asking him about the dreams he was having, he said he was scared of falling and of Jaime. I don't remember that, honestly. I don't remember him knowing. There may be. I don't think he knows specifically anything about Jaime. I think he'll find out. And we talked a little bit about this on a similar question. I don't think he'll be like the vengeful type. If Jaime's even alive at that point, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't think so, Kendra. I don't think that he specifically knows anything about Jaime. Maybe there's some sense of it or whatever. I don't remember anything specific though about his mentioning Jaime. Let's see here. Let's see what is Mike Bushnell, do a special live stream from the con with some of your best and by default most loved commenters like Mike Bushnell. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of con and live streaming, we're going to try to definitely do some live streaming there, and I'll try to vlog it as well for the channel. And also Val and I, James, Tarzan, Rorist, Kevin, we'll try to do, like, we may do a podcast and stuff from there. We'll try to, we got to wait and see what the internet situation is at the convention center. We don't really know how that's going to be. So we'll definitely try to do some stuff. But from the house that we're staying in, we should be fine there. So we're going to try to do some stuff from there. So keep an eye out for that. We'll let you guys know for sure. What do we got? 2 weeks. We got like another stream before we leave. Is that right?
One more.
Because is that it? Mm-hmm. Damn. So definitely try to get some stuff done. Okay, thank you. Super chat from Stephanie Straub. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Sansa's necklace is a mini version of Needle. Maybe she kills Littlefinger with this. It parallels the deadly jewelry he tricked her into wearing. That's interesting. Yeah, with the whole necklace with the poison and everything. Yeah, I mean that I could see that, but I think, again, now going back to what I'm thinking about the whole Ned thing, I don't know if she's going to do the whole tricky thing.
Right.
I think it's going to be a straight up sentence, and we'll see what happens with that as far as being Arya. Or I could see, now that I'm thinking about it, I could see the sentencing like, okay, I'm going to do it because my father taught me I should, or I heard from my father, if I pass a sentence to somebody to death, I should kill him. But Arya goes and that does it for her.
And Arya would do that.
And Arya would do that.
Absolutely.
Save her the trouble. So, yeah, they could kind of mix that up.
But it would be cool to have that statement.
Yeah, exactly. To where she recognizes that she needs to do that, right? Also, super chat from Patrick Glanville. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
What do y'all think about Stoneheart? I really hated that character. I diminished a certain wedding. It diminished a certain wedding scene.
And honestly, I know Lady Stoneheart was in the books. I haven't gotten there yet, so.
Right, yeah, and I, Patrick, I agree. Stoneheart was never that big of a deal to me. I never really cared for her. I mean, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just, it's not that big of a deal to me. A lot of people love her and wanted her in the show, and I thought it would be cool, but I didn't really care either way. She's just not that big of a character to me, and it probably comes from my, love of Catelyn.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I didn't like her alive, and so I didn't really give a damn about her dead. So that's just me personally. But I mean, so I think they, Arya may take a little bit of that character for a bit, and I actually think it's possible that Arya takes her own mother out in the books. I don't know, just saying. So that could happen in the books. Carol says, "Be careful, Big Sense. You'll cause a Chris hates Catelyn rant." No, I'm not going to rant. No, I just don't like her. We'll just leave it there. Lucy Vittori. Q&A: When Jon kills the White in Castle Black, the White is not turned until after passing through the wall. Could the magic in the wall just be a myth? Lucy, actually, I think it's real, but I think it's because they weren't turned yet that they got through in the first place. We heard Benjen say the magic takes hold.
Okay.
Like when he got saved, apparently.
Yeah.
By the dragon glass as well. So I think it's just because they weren't turned yet. The magic had just started, or not even. Maybe it hadn't started, or it's just a slow process because the Night King wasn't literally there, or a White Walker. So I think they got through and then after they get through, they're beyond the barrier. Then they're still free to turn because the magic's already kind of started. I guess it's hard to say. I mean, that's the only explanation I have.
You don't think it's just a myth?
No, I don't think it's a myth. I do think I think that wall for being there for 8,000 years. I mean, obviously it's been there for a reason. It hadn't fallen yet, going to, but I think the cave gave us the hint of how that's going to happen.
Carol grabbed one.
All right.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol. Let's see. Q&A from Steph. Question: If and when Nymeria comes back, will she have a pack of wolves with her? In the books, yes, absolutely. That's already basically been seen in the Riverlands, a big giant wolf pack. So I think that will be for sure in the show. I doubt it, only because it's the show, CGI. Yeah. I do think we will see Nymeria again. We'll see if there's some wolves hanging around. But I would say it would just be Nymeria creeping up on Arya. When I watched the trailer for the 50th time, I think that shot, it reminded me of that shot when Arya's building the fire.
Yeah.
You saw that little low shot from the low shot from the kind of the bushes, like she's looking back. Like I think that's Nymeria, or at least giving us that a little shout out to that. So that's the way I think it happens in the show.
I think you nailed it.
So anyway, I do hope to see the Dire Wolves.
Well, Sansa tell Jon she was married to Tyrion. I see that. Yeah, right there. Steph Snow. So many Stephs tonight.
Yes.
Will Sansa tell Jon she was married to Tyrion? Will this be an issue?
I don't know. I don't think it'll be an issue necessarily because, it wasn't Tyrion's decision either. But I think Sansa will actually remember how great she was treated. It was the only person up there that gave a damn about her feelings. And so to defend Sansa a little bit, she will actually, she's not going to lie on Tyrion and say he was a jerk. So I don't think there'll be a problem there. I think there's a lot of respect between Jon and Tyrion. And that's in the books as well.
Cool. So
I don't think that will be a problem at all. Let's see here. Carol grabbed one again from, thank you, Carol, from Q&A, from Fractured, I can never say this, Fractured Empiricists.
I think you nailed it.
I think I got it that time.
Yes.
Please wish Rosemary M a happy birthday, guys, please. Okay, Rosemary M, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
happy
Rosemary.
Birthday to you. Okay, well, we won't go that far, but happy birthday, Rosemary.
Riddick,
glad to do it. It's my birthday as well.
Riddick says happy birthday, Rosemary.
Yes, he's back here. Is he hiding from the storm?
I think he is.
I think he's a little bit freaked out. He's usually not scared. Let's see here. Carol had another one from Paul Davies, Q&A, Chris and
Senor.
Senor Tada. You got all the names,
I
man.
love it, man.
Who's more magical ability? Let me scroll this a little bit. That arrow's in the way. Who has more magical ability, Bran, Danny, or the Night King? Well, I think Bran in the sense of the number of things, but you got to think about it from the sense of, okay, Bran's got the Stark blood, so he can, he's got the warging ability and the skin changing ability. And the reason I bring that up, thank you, Amanda. No, I can't sing. I play around in the shower, singing in the shower. So if you think, I bring up skin changing separately because just in case you don't know from a book perspective, skin changing is the ability to change into anything.
Okay.
Warging is specifically to a canine or a wolf. So all skin changers are wargs, but not all wargs are skin changers.
Makes sense.
So anyway, that's just a little knowledge there from the books if you don't read them. And what was the other part? So Dany, the dragon side of the world, the Targaryen side, they have affinity for dragons. They are resistant to heat. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Dany in the show is like resistant all the time. She's completely fireproof. In the books, it happened a couple times, but it's not every time. It seems to be, unless he changes that. So you got the bonding thing and the taming and the riding. That in itself is a blood bond type of thing, and then obviously the hatching. So you got the blood and
I was
Bob
thinking
of
about
both.
the hatching, but I think the Night King, I don't know, he makes White Walkers by touching a baby on the cheek. I mean, he seems to have the more powerful magic.
Yeah, I mean, in the necromancy, just raising the dead, period. So
absolutely.
I think he's a Stark with like this extra ability, but I think he was probably a green seer or had the sight or something because the whole brand thing.
So I tend to lean towards him as having the most magic.
Let's see.
Somebody said they're picturing you in the shower now singing.
No, you don't want to do that. No, don't want to do that at all. Let's see. Joaquin Kilpatrick, could Jon ride an ice dragon? Yeah, he could, I guess, but I still don't know about the ice dragon thing. I'm not 100% sold on that whole idea yet, but I do like the idea of it being the twist and the dragon rider thing. But if that's the case, I think it would have to be the Night King
and
instead of Jon. I think Jon would have to ride Rhaegal.
And I just want to say this. When people say ice dragon, I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
Is it the theory of the actual ice dragon in the wall, or is it a white dragon that you're referring to?
Now, there are hints, or it's mentioned in the books of actual ice dragons already living.
Okay.
Like in the land up north near Hardhome, there's an island out there. Supposedly there's ice dragons there that sailors spot, and unicorns and other magical creatures. Mm-hmm. But we don't really know if that exists. There was a book called The Ice Dragon but he did say that was not in the same world, although basically it was the same idea. So yeah, but I think they're referring to this season is the whole if a dragon gets killed and turned.
Right.
I think that's
what I think. If we see anything like that, it'll be
yeah, I would think so too.
And then if that's the case, I think Jon would have a hard time because I think those are evil, and wouldn't be as his Targaryen affinity.
Yeah,
dragons,
will that affect it?
Right,
then? Right.
Makes you wonder. But since he's the song, you never freaking know.
That's true. Let's see. From Streamlabs again, I think we are okay. No, Ethan Hunt again. Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan.
What do you think will happen with the Vale? Do you think Littlefinger will turn young Robin in the Vale against the Starks once he sees he lost control of Sansa? Maybe this will be the last act of betrayal before the Starks kill Littlefinger. Yeah, I think it's possible. I think he'll definitely use that to his advantage if he has to. He'll use whatever he has to, and he's still playing the Cersei side of the fence as well, because he did promise Cersei that there would be a Lannister line flying over Winterfell.
Yes,
so he's still got that in his back pocket too.
What do you think about Little Robin? Is he going to have much of a role in this end game?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I'm hoping that he. Okay, we got a visitor. I'm hoping that he.
I might have locked the door.
Hold on. Yeah, let's Riddick, hey, relax, man. We're live. Sorry about that, guys. We hear somebody's coming in. It's probably my kid. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't think Robin's gonna be that big of a deal. Hopefully, he goes out the moon door. Honestly. Let's see here. Yeah, now everybody's hearing Riddick, so he's a big one. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm glad they got to hear that.
Yeah, that's his what the hell's going on voice.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Jay Scar grabbed a question from Aaron White. Q&A. So, do you think we will get a Benjen John reunion? Yes. Thank you, Jay Scar, by the way. I do, actually. I don't think it's going to be a long one. I think with this trip up north, they'll meet again because they have to. Mm-hmm. After season 1 with that whole talk at the wall, they have to.
How about Herb right there?
Herb Coswell. Q&A, answer this, please. Wait a minute. I lost it. Where'd it go?
There it is. You got it.
Okay. Do you think there is a child of a Stark and a Shara just not being John or Danny or Aegon? Okay, I'm
child of a Stark and a Shara.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think so, Herb. If you're referring to the whole Ned thing, I don't necessarily. That could have been the stillborn in the books, but they didn't bring it to the show. But I do think Ned and Ashara were in love, or at least that relationship started. But then he was forced to marry Catelyn. So that's as far as I think the whole thing goes with House Dane.
Did he literally go from, since I'm uneducated on this, being in love with her one day and married to Catelyn
basically
the next?
Yeah,
that
I mean
has to suck.
It happened so fast. Once Brandon was killed, that was it. I mean, he was next in line.
To suck.
And I think that's more. That's what I mean. I think that's more of his backstory versus some special baby swap and John being somebody else. All right, let's see. I think I saw.
Yeah.
Roger Pitts, thank you, Roger, for the super chat donation. Sounds like I'm not the only one with a German Shepherd. They're awesome.
They are.
Yes, he is. That's my boy. Let's see. Lowell 17.
Thank you,
Lowell. Hey, Chris and James, can you talk about Dany's house and the Dying Visions in the books and what some of them might mean for her end game? So I won't have to, because there's a lot of visions in the books. I did a whole series of videos. Again, they're older, but I do go through each of those. And it's a 4-part series, I think, that I did when I first started Game of Thrones stuff, or shortly thereafter, where I went through every single vision in order and kind of gave my thoughts on what they were, at least at that point. So check that video out. And I hate not to answer your question directly, but there's like 17 visions,
right,
where the show had a couple, so yeah, check that series out. You can if you look through the videos section, videos page on my channel, scroll down, you'll see the 4-part series, and then it's the cover of Dany kind of looking like this through the snow. I talked about every single one of those. All right, let me double check Streamlabs.
Let me see this. I saw a question.
All right, so we're good there. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, how about hitting up Robin R. Borton Bunnell?
Okay,
there you
here.
go.
Okay.
Yep.
Robin R. Borton Burnell. Q&A. How do you think the Night King was able to physically touch Bran and mark him in his vision? And is Bran capable of changing the past and altering the present and future?
Yeah, I always like it when you talk about this.
Yes.
It does need to be explained a little bit.
Yeah, and of course, this is just kind of guesstimation on my part, but I think the reason he could touch him in a vision because he was here it goes. It's a drinking game.
Hold on. I'm ready.
Everybody get your beer ready or whatever.
Why?
Because the Night King was a proto-Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Because House Stark was not founded, so you have to say that, damn it. But yeah, this is a drinking game on this channel now. If I say Proto Stark, I just said it again. You have to drink. But I think that's why he could physically touch him in the vision, because he had the same warging green sight ability when he was turned, and the children probably knew that. I mean, maybe that's why he was able to be turned. And the reason I say that is because Benjen supports that. They were only able to save Benjen, and Benjen was the Stark in that party.
Absolutely.
Therefore,
there's not a bunch of Benjens running around
exactly.
up there. It's just him?
Why didn't they save all 3 of them if they were just trying to help
Right.
out? What, they just had one piece of dragon glass and we'll just pick this one with the long pretty hair? I don't think so. And so anyway, that's the way I feel about that. And then I think Bran is capable of changing the past, and I think that's why Bloodraven told him not to. You know, the ink is dry. We saw him change the past essentially, where his father's turning around when he sees
And
yells
now
out
it
father.
happens forever.
And in the books,
It had always happened.
Yeah,
I mean.
and now it's always happened that way.
Yep.
And in the books, it's slightly different. He has his first visions of Winterfell, and he sees his father kneeling at the tree, and says, he says Winterfell, or he says father in one and Winterfell in another. I'm not sure which one it is, but Ned looks up like he heard the wind or the leaves.
That's crazy.
So now that always has happened.
Yeah,
So,
that's so crazy.
absolutely, he can change it, and I think that's where the Mad King comes in with Bloodraven. That's probably where he learned the hard way about burn them all, so I think that's a little hint at that as well.
Could any Stark kid feel Bran's shoes? Could it have been any of them?
No, not the whole green sight thing. They're all wargs.
Okay.
They're all wargs in that sense, but not the green sight thing. It's like 1 in every 100,000 wargs has or skin changer has the ability for green sight or whatever it is. It's some tremendous number. Maybe it's 1 in 1,000, whatever it is, but it's very few people. So
that's another thing that's probably pissing the Night King off. This long summer, you know, this little bastard wouldn't even been born if winter would have came like it was supposed to.
Exactly. But the thing is their creations what threw it all off in the first damn place. Otherwise, it'd be a regular schedule of
Great point.
So, anyway, Jay Scar grabbed a question from Khalid Cloud, I believe.
Thank you, Jay Scar.
Thank you, sir. Q&A, what is a proto-Stark? What does that mean? How do I not know this? Yeah. So every time I say Proto-Stark, it's became a drinking game. But what I'm saying is when the Night King was created originally, it was 8,000 years ago or around.
There wasn't a House Stark.
There wasn't a House Stark founded yet. These were the first men, the group that would eventually become House Stark.
The bloodline was there. House Stark just wasn't founded. So he calls them Proto-Stark.
So that's
great. It's exactly what it means.
Yeah. So that's what that means. And when I say the original Night King was a Proto-Stark. Shots, Carol says. Everybody's shots. That's right. The She-Wolves a winner. The Arya warged a cat at the House of Black and White. Yes, she did. Absolutely. And that makes us wonder how that works over there with distance. Now, she was close to the cat, obviously, but she has wolf dreams is what I'm saying. And she says wolf dreams. That's in Westeros still. So does it have something to do with the House of Black and White's door? The werewood door.
Werewood door, correct.
The werewood have something to extend
that. About that on whether werewood has to be a living tree or can it just be the wood of the werewood?
Janine said, "Fuck off now about your mother's a can opener." Oh man, sorry for Nightbots. He's a bastard. Mike says he works and gets drunk simultaneously. Of course. Jesus. Let's see. I meant to check. So okay, that was that. I meant to check Streamlabs. That's what I meant to do. Okay, we're good there. All right.
There's somebody from Morocco.
Exactly. Yasser, is it Faidi or Faidi? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Q&A. Hey guys, hello from Morocco. Hello. I saw a theory about Benjen actually being controlled or working for the Night King. Do you think that could be possible? By the way, thank you for your videos. Always awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. A lot of people think that.
Yeah, a lot of people do, and I can see that. Like, is it a trick? You know, is it to get Bran to go through, or something like that?
And break the spell. He marked him. He's got it all set up. A little plan.
Yeah, it does kind of fit, but I honestly don't think so. I think, because otherwise, Bran's a threat. And do you kill the threat while you can? Or do you use the threat? Like, would they, if Benjen wouldn't have rescued him and Mira, would the Whites have killed Bran?
Yeah, we have to know. Yeah, we have to think they would have.
Right, because they were chasing. They didn't look like they were going to stop in the cave. No. They looked like they were going to kill everybody. Right. And the whole hold the door thing happened.
He wouldn't. So what you're saying is, Benjen's not working for him because his goal was to let the Whites kill him.
Right.
Benjen intervened
Exactly.
No reason to stretch it out any longer.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So do you go ahead and kill the threat, or do you set that whole thing up with Benjen with this whole, elaborate plan, so to speak, without, and how do you get the children to save Benjen if that was part of the plan? You know, it doesn't work like that. I don't think so. Let's see.
Jay Scar grabbed one.
Jay Scar grabbed another from Christina again. Q&A. Christina Sauls Q&A. Do you think Dawn will appear in the show? Whoops, I keep losing them. Do you think Dawn will appear in the show, and if so, what impact will it have? Yes, Dawn was already in the show. That was Dawn at the Tower of Joy, and they had dropped it at the foot of the bed, and that was your bleeding star for the show.
Right. That's absolutely the impact it had.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it coming back into the story again. In the show, at least, it could be in the crypts or something like that. But the books, I do think Ned returned it to Starfall because he's an honorable guy. That's what he would do. Now, in the show, they didn't go over the whole Ashara House Dane thing in Starfall. So I could see maybe they do a little thing there where he ends up being in the crypts and somehow it becomes, Lightbringer. But I've said a million times I don't agree that there's a literal sword Lightbringer.
Right.
I think the Nissa story is a thing on Valyrian steel and how it was made, basically. And I think that's what that is as far as the last hero or Azor Ahai Nissa prophecy. Fire and blood is what it takes to make it.
And the show gave us a flaming sword to kind of just say, there you go.
I mean, Beric had that in the books, but he uses wildfire, where the show he used blood, like he could actually do that. But in the books he uses wildfire to light it. Let's see here. Big Sensei Q&A. Chris, do you think Jon's trip beyond the wall in season 7 will parallel the last hero journey with his 12 companion and his dog / Ghost? I think it could, but I don't think he's going. I don't know if he takes Ghost, honestly, because he's still at Winterfell, and I don't know. I guess he goes back. He could.
Right.
So it certainly could, but also Bran's trip also kind of mirrored that as well.
I know.
And he actually went looking for the children and everything, and had Summer and the dog. And now, if you count up, I don't know if you can count 12.
Right.
But if you added up like Mira, Jojen, Summer would be the dog, and then you had where they ran into Sam and Gilly and Baby Sam. There's 3 more.
Yeah.
And some of the people that came across, maybe you come to that number or something, but I think they both could kind of parallel that. And he was technically looking for the children just like the supposed last hero did.
Sure.
And found them. Let's see. Ian Robertson, Q&A. What do you think will be Mira's big purpose? Yeah, we talked about this a little bit before. I don't think she just goes home after seeing all that stuff. She's not going to just go home. So Mira's, I think her biggest thing was to obviously take care of Bran and get him home. But she's not just going to go home after that. A lot of people want to see them, the people ship them or whatever they call it now. So I could see something like that, but I mean, I don't know. Somebody was asking earlier about the continuation of House Stark. That would be a possibility there, maybe.
Yeah.
The question is did Bran live after all this?
And when, people go through a lot of shit together, they sometimes can't help falling in love, I mean, they've gone through a ton and seen things together that, I mean, how could you be with somebody else who hadn't been through some of the shit Bran's been through,
she's doing all this, she's got to be wiping his ass and stuff, right?
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, so there's no telling, man. But she's not just going to go home. I mean, she's seen too much. She's actually one of the 3 people that's killed a White Walker.
Dude.
Herself. So she's going to be there, and it's hard to say what her bigger role is going to be unless it has something to do with the continuation of House Stark. I honestly don't know. But yeah, I would hope. But we definitely know her father's coming into the game.
Hey,
Alan,
I have losing the sky again. I'm sorry. I hate to repeat a bunch of you just get questions from a certain few people, but this one just jumped at me. Q&A: Would Jon keep Ghost in the north just to keep an eye on Sansa when he leaves Winterfell? Like, is that through actually keeping an eye literally through Ghost's eyes? Is that possible?
Well, in the books it would be. Yeah, in the books it would be if he actually accepts his abilities when he comes back in the books. He's still dead in the books. He's still laying there.
Because I was thinking she could have been saying just to look after her as far as protect her. But then I was thinking about his ability to.
That's right. And so in the show, I think he will just leave Ghost there just for CGI. I want him to go. He should always have Ghost, but I can understand. Leave him there to look after Sansa, but not literally look through, because in the show he's not a warg. In the books, though, when he comes back and he accepts that power, which I think he will, yeah, absolutely, he could actually physically do that.
How cool would that be?
Yeah, I wish they would have.
It's like having a nanny cam.
I wish they would have done that in the books.
Real life nanny cam.
Let's see here. Travis, thank you for the super chat again. Letting you know, author of Empire Magazine just admitted that John's name was pulled from a fan theory. Looks like some fact checker are getting fired at the magazine. Yeah, that's what I thought, because basically this show said, we didn't say, the actress said something, but it was completely lip read. I mean, there was no sound.
Right.
There was no audio. It was his name is, and then it cut off.
Yeah.
You've
watched it a million times.
Everybody, I could see where I could see the J, I could see it saying Aemon, I could see it saying Aegon. I mean, so you just don't know. So they obviously just pulled that out because it seemed to be, I could see it being a 3-syllable thing for sure, but I can't lip read. I mean, I can't claim to know. And I know there was some people that claimed that they got professional lip readers, but I don't know. I don't know if I buy that either. So yeah, I figured I said that in that video, Travis, that they did kind of put those words in his mouth. He's not going to spill the beans like that. He's under contract. So, alrighty, let's see. Let's double check Streamlabs really quick. And we have one from a Streamlabs donation from Marvin Holden. Thank you, Marvin. Q&A, I love your theory on the ending, but is it possible that Jon has become the Night King, and that's why they're reacting to his birth, and that's what they're after? Might explain the stare down. I don't really buy the idea that he's going to become the new Night King. I don't see why they would be like the Night King should be happy that he's the Night King.
Absolutely.
He's not looking for his own replacement. I think he could be looking for, we talked about this in the thank you, Marvin. We talked about this in Dragon. What are they reacting to? Is it his birth? Is it to kill him because he's a threat, or is it to get their humanity back?
Yeah.
Is he the only one that can, do something about that piece of dragon glass in his chest? And what happens if he gets it out?
Yeah.
So that we go through all that stuff. Just talked
list of things, checking them off.
Yeah.
What does it fit with the timeline? Everything. I mean, we really thought it out. So, I hope we're close.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see that as well.
Tupac.
Yes, it was Tupac's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Tupac. 17th. And I still haven't seen All Eyes on Me, but I've heard bad things about it. And I hate to hear that because I was really looking forward to that movie. Let's see here. Okay, now we got a Biggie and Tupac conversation going in the chat apparently. Hey guys from New York City. Hey, is that Sueli Gissel? Sorry if I butchered that, but I tried. Carol has another one. Q&A. Carol from Steph Snow. Missandei gives me bad vibes. Will she betray Dany? And how?
I do not get bad vibes from her.
I don't either. I get good vibes, actually, from Missandei.
I hope now that, my radar's not broken.
Yeah.
I would hate to think that I missed the vibes that she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I don't, because she like went to her about the whole Grey Worm thing, like asking her advice. She's been a slave her whole life, and so she's asking Dany things, but Dany's also relying on her. I don't get that at all. Is it possible? Sure, especially when you go to the books with the 3 betrayals and all that stuff. But I don't think they really brought that into the show.
Turd Jurgensen's back.
Turd Jurgensen. Oh Lord. Well, Mike, let's just sit here and let Mike Bushnell entertain the chat.
Mike could do that. He freaking rocks.
All right, let's see.
Dark wit.
Let's see here. I just saw one from Jake Stevens Q&A. When do you think we'll start seeing some of the actors go on talk shows? Yeah, that should start happening now.
Yeah,
we only
that
have
is true.
Yeah, we have 4 weeks? Is it 4? So that should be happening like right now, actually. And I did see where they said there were no more screeners again. No screeners for critics. Because every time they do that, there's 4 episodes that get leaked. And everybody watches 4 before the season starts.
I'm cool with that.
It would
Like
be easier on me. It would be easier on me because I could have the video ready by the time the show actually comes on.
Oh, dude. Wouldn't it, though?
It would be
Good
easier.
Lord.
Maybe I can work that or something and get a screener. Let's see. Colin Gallant, Q&A. Do you guys think John seen his end game in the flames before the Battle of the Bastards, and why is what that damn arrow is in my way? Sorry, there's an arrow in my way, so I'm gonna lose it. You think John seen his end game in the flames before the Battle of the Bastards, and this is why he is willing to risk his life and more and more? No, I don't think he can read the flames, but
he's definitely willing.
I think he's willing because he saw nothing. He saw this, I don't know. He's going to take a few more risks because he knows there's nothing. You know what I mean? He's going to experience things more if he can because he knows there's nothing after the whole thing's over.
Right.
If that makes sense. That's I think that's how he changes. Because he literally knows nothing. Ian Robertson asks, Q&A, who's eating cereal in the poster reflection? that is Brooklyn.
Not cereal. That's my daughter Brooklyn.
That's
she
Brooklyn.
makes these awesome tie-dyes. And she's eating a bowl of fruit.
Yeah, I don't see her in the little thing there.
That's cool,
somebody's
man.
seen you, Brooklyn, eating.
Sorry.
Let's see. All right then. Jon Snow's real name is Johnny Giant Spain. Yes. T says, Q&A, why are the White Walkers coming back now? Why not 10? Why not 200 years ago? Why now exactly? What sparked the comeback? Great question, and we talked about that again in Dragon. I keep saying I feel like I'm on repeat. I need like an auto play thing for that. We talked about that in Dragon Raised by Wolves, but I think it's because, if you think about it, they could have done something for 8,000 years.
Yep.
So what's fairly recent where they would start being active again and building their armies up north with the wildlings? About 14 years sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
And that's when John was born. So that's what I think.
I do too.
I think that fits the timeline. Because we were talking about them earlier with him having, the warging ability and all that. I think they know prophecy too.
Absolutely.
And I think when he saw the Hardhome John kill the White Walker with the red sword, he was like, okay, there he is. So they somehow knew that happened, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and we tried every theory we could and every idea we could, and I believe.
I think it fits. It fits the timing. Steph Snow says, Brooklyn, I want a tie-dye tote bag, will pay. So Brooklyn's going to start a YouTube channel where she makes tie-dyes for people, and we'll get on that immediately as soon as we get off this live stream. You got a lot of work to do, Brooklyn.
Yes, you do.
Jay Scar, tie-dye order for Brooklyn. There's another one. There you go.
Somebody else said hi, Brooklyn. That's cool.
There's 578 people right now who need a tie-dye Brooklyn.
Okay.
580. It's going. All right. Steph, question: would Jamie share memories with John of Rhaegar when and if the truth comes out? Would love a scene. Let's see. That damn arrow's in the way again.
That's funny how that works.
I know. I'm trying to stop it, and there's an arrow pops up in the way.
And a lot of times you can read around it.
Yeah, I completely lost it.
It's like tonight, it blocks words that are crucial.
Let's see. Would love to see a scene such as this, as he knew the man and the hero worshipped him and failed to protect Ilya's children. Yeah, I would love to see that only because of the little smart-ass conversation they had in season 1 where he shook his hand. Is it we already? And how he was basically making fun of the Night's Watch. But then he's been on this redemption arc. But I don't know if Jamie and John ever meet again. I would love to see that though. I don't know if Jamie, as much as I want him to, gets out of King's Landing alive. I just don't.
Look at Doc Holliday. His Dragon Raised by Wolves is a new drinking game.
Yeah, well, we can do that too. Hashtag AD whatever W whatever we had that.
All men must tie dye. That's cool. That'd be a great shirt.
Yes. We said we were going to steal that last time.
Yeah, we're going to steal that.
Let's see, Valor Tidalis.
Hell yes.
Okay, we're gonna take all those. If you type it in here, it's trademark, by the way.
Yeah.
You're giving up your let's see here, tie-dye is life, it is known. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see. Let's do this really quick. Let me check Streamlabs. We're in about 2 hours, and so we'll check this really quick. I think we're good. That was Marvin last time, and I think we are caught up with Super Chat, so let's take a quick break.
Sure.
And then we'll, I know you have to work, so we can't go all night, but we'll come back and continue. So hang around, guys. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right. We are back.
And we're back.
Let's see here. Let me double check Streamlabs. Let's see. And Ethan again.
Hey, Ethan.
Ethan Hunt. Once again on Streamlabs. How much time has passed from Ned's execution to where we are at now? Also, you should check out the Wild Wolf Got fan film on YouTube. For fan production, pretty damn good. Some of the actors in it were extras in the Hard-Hone episode.
Very cool.
Oh, cool. I'll check that out. Yeah, as far as the time passed, I don't know. It's been a few years, I think. I'm not really sure. That's kind of unclear. But everybody's gotten a little older, so it's a few years. It's not like in a couple months or something like that.
Right.
So I believe, but don't quote me on that. I don't think anybody knows that directly. Let's see. We're good on super chats. Yeah, Travis was the last one. All right.
Right. Fractured empiricist only just made it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I thought. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Sueli again. Q&A. Will Littlefinger be the one to plant the seed of truth in John about his parents, or will John figure things out through Bran/Sam and Howland if introduced? My name is Sue Haley.
Sue Haley.
Sue Haley. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Thank you. So I won't butcher your name.
I like it when people do that.
Yes, absolutely. That's perfectly fine because I hate butchering your name. I think it's possible, but I don't think Littlefinger necessarily knows. I think he obviously knows that Rhaegar didn't kidnap Lyanna, but I don't think he knows the result of that.
Right.
If he does, he'll definitely use that information to his advantage. So we'll definitely get teased with that, though.
But
we're going to get teased with that in the scene in the crypts that we saw in the trailer.
I think Bran will have the biggest role in that. And then, like you said, Howland Reed or somebody will be there
right.
to
I think
validate it. Well, thank you, Stacy. I love y'all too.
Happy birthday, Rose. Is there a Rose in the house with a birthday today? Happy birthday.
Share birthday.
Lowell17 super chat. Thank you. For Chris and James both, what was your favorite shot from the trailer? The one that I got you guys the most excited about a scene. Anything stand out in the trailer?
Yeah, I do believe Tyrion's going to ride a dragon.
Oh, the scene with him looking out. Yeah, because why is he out there in that field?
Yep.
Yeah,
and
I like
and
that.
His hair blowing,
and he looked real concerned.
Yeah.
So
I think he had just ridden a dragon and got off.
Or he's going to,
or getting ready to, or something.
Something. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I liked. I honestly. I liked it all, but I liked how they panned everything north when Cersei's talking about her enemies, but she's not realizing the true enemies in the north where the camera panned to.
Yeah.
But as far as the scene, actually, it's probably Dany, because it's going to be a damn emotional thing for her to pull up on Dragonstone and touch the beach.
Not?
And people have been waiting on this for 25 damn years. That's crazy. This came out in 1996, the first book. Been a long time, so I think that was pretty cool to see. And it's not just that in itself as far as Dany, it's just that these characters finally come together. It's been separated by an ocean, or even on the same continent for that matter. Carol has a question, Q&A from Brad Pack. Let's see, finally caught you guys live. Do you think Rhaegar's harp, if found in the tombs, has magical properties like the Horn of Winter, Dragonglass, Valyrian Steel, etc.? That's interesting. I don't think it'd be magical. If there is something in the tombs though, that would have to be it. I don't think there's any other Targaryen relic that could be. You would think that would still be at the Tower of Joy if she was there pregnant and all that stuff at the time. But I wouldn't think it would be magical necessarily. It was magical enough to make women cry, apparently. That's what happened in the Tourney of Harrenhal. Let's see here. Celine, question, how do you think everyone will react to Dany and the dragons finally being in Westeros? Up to now, she's only been talk, and now she is here. Yeah, it's going to be one of those things, I think, where it's like they've heard about dragons in the past, but it's been so long, about 150 years. Some people don't really believe it. Even Jorah said that in season 1. Like, he said that to Dany. He was like, have you ever actually seen a dragon? Yeah, we heard about them, but...
Right.
So... it's like it's going to be one of those things where I didn't really believe that shit, but what the, right there
I can't wait. Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm ready to see their faces when they see Drogon and the rest of them hopefully flying across that damn field the first time. As Roris calls it, that battle porn. that Game of Thrones battle porn.
That's a good way to put it.
Exactly. Mike Bush on Stark, blah, blah. Cripps of Winterfell, blah, blah. Give the people what they crave, Ramsay and Walter Frey tales. And Mike, I'm telling you right now, I can see Mike's room right now, his living room. It's got Stark. He's got Stark banners hanging up, Targaryen stuff. He's got
fake.
Dany on the wall right here. So he's got a Ramsay pin doll.
Earlier he said, "Where's the damn Friday the 13th streams?"
Yeah, I know, man. I've been trying to do. Actually, I started yesterday. I started editing again for the vlog channel, which I had just because I had a couple spare minutes, and then I was like, I need to play Friday and stream that on the gaming channel. It's just been so hectic.
I love watching you play it, dude. I think they'd get off on it too.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. If I'm going to play it, I might as well stream it. So I'll set up when I have a free night and stream it on the gaming channel.
Be awesome.
Let's see. I thought I saw a super chat come in.
Yes.
I did. Carol Brown. Thank you, Carol.
Sweetheart.
Chris, you once had a chat on why we were so caught up in GOT. What got you hooked on Westeros? Happy name day. See you at Con of Thrones. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, we told that story with that. Yeah, I don't know. It was just something. You start, and I told my story before. It was kind of a hybrid. I watched the show and then I read the books and I realized I'd read a book or two back in a long time ago, and I recognized some things. But it was just like once I don't know what it is. There's so much. I think it's because there's so much almost believable history in it. When you hear the backstories and the maps and all this stuff combined. And you got a book like The World of Ice and Fire that's written from the perspective of a maester. It feels so damn real, and you just get so caught up in all this shit like it's real. So it's just something that's almost
has a lot to do with it for me too.
It's almost an obsession. It and when I started this channel, it was about anything, movies, and my first video was a Batman v Superman, who would win, realistically type video, and then this was then I started Game of Thrones, and it just became an obsession. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's hard to describe.
The question was directed at you. I mean, it wasn't me what got you hooked. But, with me coming over here and seeing your maps and everything, and you actually sitting down with the map and showing me this and that. Dude, I've always grown up being a map lover and a globe lover.
Yeah.
Is there a globe for this? Do you know?
I don't think so. I don't think they've ever know because
they haven't talked so much about South.
See, as he expands with this story, he just has to have like other things made and added and made up. So they've never. This is a huge damn planet though, because it has to be. If Essos is not connected to Westeros in the north, damn.
Oh, shit.
This is a large planet, So yeah, there's no globes yet because I just don't think anything beyond the known maps.
If they ever do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm a globe lover.
I think it'd be cool if they ever get to that point where they can, kind of connect it. Let's see here. Carol says here, question for the group, question for everybody. Yeah, we're going to ask you a question. That's right.
That's cool.
What about the Smokescreen channel on Game of Thrones keeps you coming back? Huh? Yeah, I would be interested in that feedback.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of great YouTubers out there on Game of Thrones, and I'm happy to be friends with a lot of them. But yeah, interesting. I'd like to hear those responses.
It's your Southern charm.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Hey,
I'm sure that's what it is. Right.
Southern charm is a real thing. I've experienced it going, to other parts of the United States.
Yeah,
and, because they watched Andy Griffith and everything too, growing up.
That's right.
And all of a sudden he's on the front porch talking in that same twang, and they're like, "Oh."
Let's see. We're getting a few responses. Let's see. Anita, Chris. Okay, thank you, Anita.
Oh,
Anita, I know you're working. Anita. You're supposed to be working. Let's see. Editing and DJ voice, Dave Tresky. DJ voice. I hadn't done that in a while. Do you see? I'll get to that question just one second. You guys rock, so I come back. Hoonjive, thank you.
Hoon.
The humor mixed with the detailed knowledge. Thank you, Colin. Insightful, friendly humor, and yes, great accent. No, Mike. You're just likable.
That's good.
Fair enough. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take that.
Polite and fun questions. Lots of thinking.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just I try to. I am what you see. I am what you get what you see.
That's right.
And I try to bring. There's Sir Hunts. What's up, man? I try just to bring some straight logic to the story. I think it's a lot more straightforward than people think. A lot of people try to, they have all these crazy. What was that?
No, just hold it for later.
Okay. The whole thing of, there's people want to come up with a new theory, and yeah, that's great. If I have an idea,
right,
I'll write it down and do a video and record it really quick, as fast as I can, because I get excited about it. If it's something I actually think, okay, this would be kind of cool, but I don't try to force that.
Right.
And I think that, like, for example, I'll just use an example. The author, not the author Dane, but the House Dane in the books. People try to take that and make this happen and work. Okay, I think this has got to be this way because George R. R. Martin just doesn't do this.
Right.
Sometimes he just does. And that's just the way it is. And I accept it for what it is. So I just try to bring some common sense and logic like I approach everything. I mean, this is the way I approach everything.
Right. And you have actually stepped back from something you've said earlier and said, I've rethought that.
Yeah.
This is the way I think it is now, and that's what I like.
Absolutely.
You don't stand firm on everything you say.
No, and I try not
the
to
gospel,
right?
And that's what you try to get across to these guys.
Yeah, and
it's just my theory.
And I don't shoot down other people's either. I mean, I'll say I disagree, or I think some of this could work, or whatever. But I mean, that's the fun of the fandom is being able to the detail and the history and all this stuff, being able to come up with these ideas, and that's what's fun about part of the addictive nature of it. Like we had the question before. This is the one I think you had from Julie.
Right. Yeah, I saw it.
Julie Reniger, I like to hear the two of you go back and forth. I like how James asked Chris honest questions, really wanting to know, and you guys always try to answer questions without being condescending. Yeah, because that's the thing, Julie. I don't claim to be some super duper expert by any means. Every time you reread this thing, you learn something different.
And we
every
talked
time
about, off camera how we will get repeated questions that we've answered a million times, but we always still try to answer them because we know there may be a new viewer.
Right.
We're not trying
and we catch some flack for that. And I understand that. There's going to be some of the
get mad because we rehash things, but you never know. It could be a new person the first night they've ever watched.
That's right. And we try to put a little, maybe grab something else from it or whatever. So it's just one of those things. I just go with the flow. And anyway, that's just the way it is for me anyway. I just enjoyed doing it. Anna Bordeaux Woodside says, lots of what I've got YouTube videos. Started watching Smokescreen and reviews 2 years ago. I'm about to lose it. And subscribe because he really gives things a lot of thought.
Yes, he does.
I try. But again, I don't. But at other times, I don't try to overthink some things. I mean, because sometimes a spade is a spade, and that's just the way I see this whole story. Hello, is Israel? Hello, guys.
Hey.
Let's see. Ashley went to UNCC.
Very cool.
Very close. Very close.
Very, very.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, let me check Streamlabs.
That giant tower out there looks like a vibrator every time I ride by it.
What, UNCC?
Yeah. On campus, I'm like, man, whoever designed that.
Let's see. Okay, we're good on the. Okay, all right. Let's see what we got here. Ashley, your knowledge about the books and show are really down to earth. You both have great chemistry as friends and compliment each other. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Elizabeth B said we're from Georgia. We like knowing other Southern nerds exist.
Yeah. I know. I guess maybe we are enigmas in that sense.
Probably.
As far as we did do a skit one time in Q&A. If you guys were hanging around then, we got a comment from somebody about some Southern comment like y'all can't read. So we did a little skit in a Q&A for that.
And
that was
people
fun.
loved that.
That
they really
was
did.
Fun.
That was so fun.
If I got more hate, I would actually do a hate. I'd actually do a video separately every week, like reading hate comments. That would be great.
Yeah.
I think that's outstanding. All right. Oh, there is one for King Tie-Dye from Colin Gallant. I will read this to you, King Tie-Dye. Any thoughts on your own vlogs like Chris, maybe one tie-dyed shirt making?
Absolutely have thought about that. That's really cool, Colin. I was trying to keep that one
Uh-oh.
locked away in the vault, but yeah, I have thought about that.
Yeah. Brooklyn's going to be busy. She got a new job now. Eric says, Chris and James, your consistency and commitment. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Let's see. Q&A. John Taylor. Do you think John and the Knights King will have any communication this season like a parlay? This season, I don't know. But in the end game, I think they almost have to in some way, because the Craster thing is what makes me think about that. Craster had to have some kind of communication, verbal or non.
Absolutely.
And that kind of hints to me like it's going to be, I don't know. I can see it going in a direction where it's a battle, and I can see the John one-on-one thing, for example.
Yeah.
But I could also see, we said this before, they were created by the children against their will.
Who? The Proto-Stark?
Yeah, exactly. Get ready. The Proto-Stark Night King.
That's funny.
And but they also, you got to ask yourself that too, from their perspective. Do they have a right to exist, or at least not to say have a right to kill everybody, but exist and get their humanity back if that's a possibility, if that's what they want. So we talked about that in Dragon 2.
Sir Hunt's reviews. Yes, I will. I will be at Con of Thrones.
Yes, sir. We will be there. What did we say? It was at 304. Now I've already forgot the booth number. 304.
I think he was wondering if I specifically was going to be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm his sidekick, man.
Let's see. Melissa Israel asks, I might have missed it. Are there any tie-dye Smokescreen shirts available yet? No, but there will be very soon. We do have hats available now.
Yes, we do.
Hats are on the website again. I think I posted that earlier on the Teespring site. Here, I'll post that. But there will be tie-dye stuff very soon. Everybody take their shots. I said the P word. Let's see. Steph Snow, how do we know the after show got canceled? Steph, I just read a thing yesterday on it, and it was official. HBO canceled it. It wasn't. I didn't like it. It wasn't. I wasn't surprised.
Very cool too.
Let's see.
So tell all your friends. There's only one after the show now.
That's right. At 10:30 Eastern Time.
Share away. I know they're all not going to like it, but you might pick up a couple new viewers.
That would be fine. That would be fine with me. Carol Brown. Thank you, Carol, again.
Thank
King
you so
James,
much. House
House of Tie-Dye, and Chris, Master of Whispers, will be wearing tie-dye Smokescreen rompas in booth 304.
We've already made the vow. No
We
rompers.
can't do the rompers because Hoonjive, he said, I'll become a Patreon if you don't ever wear one. So, no, none of those. James will be wearing tie-dye, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Every single day.
I guess people are having a conversation about Sansa being pregnant. No, I don't think she will be. I think it's been too long.
Do you SRS or Senior S guesses on episode titles for season 7? Have you given that much thought?
I haven't. We're going to I think we may talk about that on the podcast. So
cool.
There was something that Val found released. I think it was actually an older thing that I wasn't even aware of, that supposedly leaked the names of these. So we're going to talk about those in the podcast one of these days, I think. And I don't know if they're legit or not. I'd have to look at the list. I don't have it right here available, but I don't know. I think they'll probably get some wins chapters and stuff like that, and some house words that are relevant, like they always do.
Yeah.
So there'll be. I would imagine there'll be something along those lines, since we're in that kind of territory.
I'm interested to hear what y'all say about it on there.
So yeah, we may do that on the Side Effect podcast. Carol Brown has one. one from, and that damn arrow again, from 3D, is that 3D Designer? Yes, 3D Designer. Q&A,
Cool.
will John's direwolf and Danny's dragon, Ghost and Drogon, ever see each other? So what do you think will happen? I hope so. I think that's got to happen, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, because not only you're seeing the Stark and Targaryen come together physically, like Jon and Danny, and of course Jon's both. But yeah, I mean,
I'll
the
have that
creatures.
poster
Oh
of
yeah,
the four of them, or
Yeah,
if
that-
it's just Drogon.
you
the
can
four
see
of them.
you can see them nose to nose, like
Dude.
checking each other out. I want to see it, man.
And yeah, it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, I hope so. Oops, I keep clicking something there. Dave Tresky, hey guys, gotta get out of here, but it was another great discussion night. See you next week. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll go another 25 minutes or so,
Sure.
or something like that. James has to work in the morning, and you had to go in earlier than expected. So that happened like literally 3 minutes before we started. You got that text. Stephen Hart, how big can a direwolf get?
Great question.
Yes, they're described as basically taller than men in the books. If there's actually a chart, I think there's a graph, and I wouldn't even know where to send you to look. I'll find it somewhere, but it shows like a size reference. You got Tyrion, and then somebody, and then a direwolf, then a person,
A dragon.
and then a dragon, and all that. Yeah, they're taller than
Maybe
men.
a giant. That would be
They're
cool.
huge. That you can ride them. Yeah, like Boromir Sixskins rode the polar bear. So imagine a polar bear size. I guess I don't know.
That's so cool.
That's huge. Let's see. Laney Brown. Oops, I lost it. Sorry. Laney Brown. Where'd it go? I think the episode titled "The Big Tree" was leaked for episode 4. Not quote. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about leaks, so I don't know. Not read the supposed plot leaks. Let's see. Okay, so they're okay. Is that Alwyn? Alwyn?
Yeah.
Why does that keep throwing it up like that so far? Alwyn Jebba. Is that Alwyn Jebba? Q&A. Why should the prince that was promised is born to be in a Targaryen family? They had nothing to do with the White Walkers. I don't think they necessarily have to be. But I think the idea is Alwyn, is that if the prince that was promised is a Targ in some way, or at least has that mix, whether it's Jon or Danny or both, that's the idea, because the White Walkers are ice, all Stark, or that kind of first men blood. So the counter to that is fire.
Right.
So that's the dance, right?
Yep.
So I think that's the idea. But we don't really know. We don't know what the original last hero Azor Ahai was, or who he was. And history can be wrong as far as like timelines and all that stuff.
Oh my.
What? What the hell? Excuse me. Let's see. All right. Doc Holiday, super chat. Thank you, Doc Holiday. What are you doing with your booth? Just promoting the channel. You should play your trailer there. Yes, Doc. That's exactly it. I wanted to take some shirts and hats and all that stuff, but I just
flyers and things like that.
we'll basically just have some flyers there and just be talking to people and hanging out with any of you guys that are there. I'll be doing some. I'll have to be walking around too, and doing some panels. But that's the idea. I wanted to have some shirts and all that stuff, but I couldn't do it. That's
Right.
up front. I'd have to get all that up front money and get shirts, and I'd have to have so many of every size, and I don't know what to expect, honestly, because I don't know the size of this thing yet.
It's kind of old school
So
social networking.
It's just gonna be kind of hanging out and just having some flyers there and promote the channel, and that's what we're trying to do. Because YouTube has not made it easy the last I've been bitching for 7 months.
Nuts, man.
Since late last year, the algorithms changed so much that the views are gone, the ads are gone, adpocalypse happened on top of that. So the biggest thing to help the channel is share videos in places. If people hang out in forums or Reddit, I'm not going to go promote my own stuff on Reddit. I don't hang out there anyway. But if people do, that's the best way. Is sharing videos with friends, family, people you think would enjoy them. internet forums like Reddit or other social media, anything. Right. Sharing is the biggest thing, and that's what helps the channel out. It just gets it to more people. I mean, likes and comments are great. They engage. There's engagement, but YouTube honestly don't care about the engagement piece of it as far as we know, as far as the algorithm goes. So sharing, helps. That's the biggest thing.
And I look forward to people walking up to the booth and saying, "Hey, I'm so and so on."
With their real, we're putting the internet YouTube name with the person. I do too. Gonna be fun. What are these ones? What is everybody doing ones for? Meridian Morma asks, Q&A, does it make a difference? Wait, let me stop it. Does it make a difference if you were to watch the ads all the way through? Meridian, I guess it would, but I can't ask you to do that. So that's against the terms of service. I can't tell people, hey, watch.
I've wondered that same thing.
But yeah, anything longer and actually. If any action was taken upon it, would obviously help. But
sure,
I can't tell you to do that stuff. I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody this. Let's see. I saw a question from somebody. I just lost it.
Kaylee or Callie, it's not too late. You can still go.
What, to con?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lane Brown, Q&A, have you seen the run times for the episodes that they got put out? A few short episodes and the finale is almost 90 minutes. Yes, we have. We're going to talk about, I think we mentioned that in this week's podcast, just like a couple minutes. But yeah, the last two are basically short movies.
Yeah, and that's going to be so cool.
You're talking about an hour. I mean, that used to be a standard movie. It was an hour, 20 minutes.
That's right.
It used to be a
standard is 2 hours.
Now standard is 2 hours, and average is, or like the bigger movies like, Marvel, DC movies are 2:30.
Exactly.
And pushing 3 sometimes. So yeah, that's going to be pretty damn cool. So we're getting all, I mean, it's not the same amount exactly, but we're getting a lot of material compared to with only 7 episodes compared to 10. Let's see. Saul Velasquez says, Q&A, do you think the Night King has the same ability as Bran because he is a Stark, and will Bran be able to mark other characters that will protect them some way now? Get ready, guys. I'm sorry. Yes, Saul, because
he is.
Because the Night King is in fact we need a drum roll.
Yeah.
Proto Stark. That's right. So that's why he has the same abilities. That's my opinion anyway, that he was created before that were founded.
And do you think Bran can mark people to protect them?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that would protect him. I don't think he has that same magical ability, because the Night King has to be a little bit different because he was created in an unnatural way with dragon glass by the children. So I don't think that gives Bran that ability. I wouldn't think so. I think that's unique to him. Because the magic, think about it, the magic in the wall and the Blood Raven's cave was all specifically designed to keep them out.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't think Bran could do that. Q&A, is that Skater Josh 09? Q&A, John versus Night King in combat thoughts. Straight up, man, I don't know. We were saying this before in the Dragon Part 4 series.
We can see it being combat.
Yeah,
for sure.
But
there's other options.
It's not going to be easy. But the idea is that John has to have some kind of magical thing come out of this whole Stark Targ thing. Otherwise, it's pointless.
Absolutely pointless.
So he's got to do something that involves some kind of magical ability due to being both.
And
Proto Stark T-shirt.
Hell yes, dude.
No shit.
Go down just a second, because I did not know this.
What name?
Something about HBO trolling.
Oh, here.
Yeah. 0525.
Loki.
Q&A, do you think Hodor is alive, or is HBO trolling us by putting him the costume photos for season 7?
Yeah, I think they're trolling. I think he's dead. I mean, they did troll us with that whole thing, throwing him in there, and I don't think we're going to see him as a white. I know technically he should be, but I don't think they'll show it. But yeah, I think because the reason I say that, because if you look at any behind the scenes stuff, they did the whole that's a wrap, hugging everybody, last scene thing after hold the door.
Right.
So I think he's out. So yeah, but we'll always, and that's another thing say about this series for the rest of your lives and mine. Every time you hear somebody say "hold the door,"
Yeah.
what are you going to think of? I mean, every
Forever.
time it's just that big.
Do you think it was really him, or could it have been Arya wearing?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, she grew to
Damn near 7 feet tall.
that. You know, I'm sure that's probably actually a theory somewhere. I have no doubt.
Oh, no problem, Loki.
Let's see. Hodor throws a mean party out here. Yes, Kirsten, I think his name is Kirsten or Kirsten, whatever, is an actual DJ.
I'll be damn, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Yep, he's a DJ, for sure.
Very cool.
Let's see. Alwyn again. Q&A, will there be a Melisandre versus Kinvara and Dragonstone? God, we said this so many times. I want it to be. I want to see,
Yeah.
you know, them, not like a
It's like a pissing contest almost.
right, like, here's the prince was promised. No, she is. No, he is. He was dead. No, she is. She's got fire made flesh. I want to see that. I want to see what they, and that's one. That's,
And then they're going to stand there and scratch their heads and go, damn, you got a good point. Yeah, you do too.
right, and they're going, and they could argue all day about it. Let's see. Jasmine says, Jasmine List, Q&A, will Dany's fleet be intact when she arrives in Westeros? I don't know. I think we know there's going to be some Euron issues with the Ironborn.
Sure.
So the question is, like somebody asked earlier on, does that happen? You know, is the split up where it's like she's sending people? I think it makes sense.
You said it's the split flip.
The split split up, yeah, the spleen. Is the fleet split up? I think it makes sense though for some people to go to Lannisport. I mean, not Lannisport, but Castle Rock.
No, I know what you're saying. It does.
Dragonstone, and then maybe Dorne or something. It makes sense to me that would happen. That way, Euron could attack a smaller fleet because he's not going to take on dragons.
Hell no.
No, that is not going to happen. So I don't think she'll arrive with everybody there if that's what you're asking. I think some people will go to Castle Rock to go ahead and take Cersei's home. That'd be the smart move. Yeah, there's Nightbot back. Hadn't seen him in a while. What happened?
Thanks for the hard work, Nightbot.
Let's see. I'm trying to see. There's a couple questions there, but let's get somebody new. Q&A is that Sueli? Is that right? Did I say that right at the time?
Yeah. Sue Haley.
Sue Haley, that's right. Is a Song of Ice and Fire the actual song Rhaegar sung to Lyanna? I don't know. It's not said. I wouldn't guess at that point it would be. But yeah, something made her cry at the Turning of Harrenhal and started the whole feels thing. So I don't think that was. I think the song is John. Let me double check Streamlabs. What time are we at here?
Getting close to. I'm about to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah. We're a little past that. Wait a minute. I didn't see that. Okay, we're good there.
John Taylor, we're gonna have some sun drop at our booth there. Not for sale, but we're gonna give samples out.
Yeah, we might have to take a little.
Might have to sell some. Hell, let's get our gas money back, Jack.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You gotta try it. I'm definitely taking a couple cases.
Oh, I know you will. You have IV in your arm while we're driving.
A woman here's Rick James. What? Let's see. Colin Gallant says, Q&A, do you guys think Mel will show her true self to anyone this year? And is James... Okay, damn it. It keeps flying up. And is James Shirt's Lightbringer not a literal sword like Chris always says?
That's funny. They got you, don't they?
Exactly. Yeah, I think she does. I think that may be her key into, say, Dragonstone, or maybe even back in the north.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. If she's already there, what time? When Dany's looks like she's there when Dany arrives. So I think so, and I think Carice, which we hope to meet.
I was getting ready to say, well, ask her at the con.
Yeah, I'm going to ask. Yeah,
Are you going to show your
Yeah,
true self?
she tweeted out or Instagrammed or something a month or two ago with that makeup on.
Oh,
and it was a new. It said best makeup people in the world or something like that. Stephen Hart says Sundrop needs to sponsor Smokescreen. Yes,
Look, so does Lucy in the Sky.
Yeah,
Same
both
thing.
at the same time.
And
yeah,
you know, we reached out to them.
They were having financial difficulties at the time. I will say that
they were being bought out by another company.
Yeah, maybe that's taken care of. I don't know. Let's see. Ade Johnson, is that Ade or Ade? I'm sorry, Johnson. Who does James think the best boxer would be in God? Best boxer?
Boxer. Okay.
Man.
I've already seen World's Strongest Man get into MMA and not do well, so I'm not going to go with the Mountain. I will say the best boxer.
Dario or the Viper?
Yeah. I like the Viper as a slick boxer, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Braun, I just you look at his nose, you know, he's got the flat nose like a boxer. He's been in some good fights and still got.
And he ain't scared.
Yeah, he's not scared. Yeah, I would go with him. He looks more like a boxer.
R.N. Smith, 2003. Your Westworld videos are great also. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see how that goes in 2019 when it comes back out. Or is it 2018? I'm
That's
not sure.
To have to wait that long.
So I think they just started filming because I saw somebody, one of the actors, tweet something or whatever. So I think we'll see how that goes. And I'm thinking about. I said this the stream before last. American Gods. I don't know if any of you guys watched that, but I'm thinking about looking into that. And I gotta spin off and do some other stuff too. So we'll see how American Gods goes.
Drew's Bud. I swear, every time you move it, I don't think there it is.
Yeah, it's like flying way up.
How far south do you think the White Walkers will make it to? I'm Georgia.
Exactly.
No, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, I think they bring it to, like we've said before many times. It's Chris's theory. I take no credit for it, but I think this thing ends at the God's Eye, and I'm sure there'll be like frost further south, but the main winter.
Yeah, I mean winter's coming anyway, but yeah, once if there's the death of the Night King happens, you know what changes? Is that like we still have a regular winter to go, and then it gets back to normal?
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to say, but we will see it snowing in King's Landing this year. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn far south, so we definitely will see. We
That's
could
right.
See, we could see. We could see a scene in Dorne with some snow.
Yeah, dude, and that would be really cool.
Yep. So we could see it.
But you're saying that's more natural snow.
Yeah, well, or the combination of both at the same time. Yeah. So we'll definitely see this year. But see, that's the thing. So you got the winter coming down, right? And we're gonna see King's Landing snow this year.
Sweet.
So I don't think we see the wall come down till episode 7.
Okay.
So therefore, it's just the natural winter.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. 3D designer again. What about Bran works into whoops? Where did it go again? Why does this keep hopping so bad? Okay, that's completely gone. I'm sorry. I think it was something about Bran working into Hodor. I'll just say this. I don't think he can work another person. I mean, I think it's possible, but it's a no-no in that community, so to speak. And we had a thing with Varamir's Six Skins in the books. He tried to, and he couldn't do it. And he was probably the most powerful warrior ever with 6 animals at one time. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Hodor, it was a special case because it was the whole time loop. It had always been that way.
But what about the windmill thing or whatever? I mean, he did when the lightning was happening or whatever. Whenever hiding.
Yeah, that's the first time he did it that we knew of, but it had already happened when he was young Hodor. It was a paradox you can't figure. There's no.
But what I'm saying is, do you not think he could have done it at the end? Also, is that what they were saying in the question?
No,
I'm
he's
sorry.
talking about, I don't know. I completely part of
Oh,
I
that's
missed
right.
part
It
of
was
the
a question you didn't find.
Yeah,
That's right.
it completely
Okay.
disappeared.
I was thinking they were saying warged him when he was holding the door.
Now as far as that goes though, yeah, just in case to make sure we cover that, he did warg him, but just for a second. They said that after the fact that he wasn't warged the whole time. He held the door on his own.
Good.
He got him moving by warging him just like instantly, and then got him moving.
And
once
he was there,
he was in control.
All Hodor.
It was all Hodor, right? Matt Gio's son, Chris, have you ever played the Got Telltale? I have not actually. I was wanting to because I was thinking about actually that'd be something I could play on this channel and let you guys like help make the decisions, but I never got it. So it's so old. I just hadn't. But I thought about that so I could stream it as well. Let's see here. Q&A. Let's see. Carol grabbed one. Okay. Q&A from Jay Soto. Do you think Dany will go to war with Atlantis in the books? Yeah, good question. I don't know. I hope she doesn't get bogged down and do all that. I think maybe in the sense of I don't know if she would leave there just kind of like in the show. I don't think she will leave there without freeing all those cities. So I think she does.
Right.
I think she does also, kind of the same as the show. In the show, it was kind of really quickly done and whatever, but yeah, I don't think she's going to leave there without slavery being abolished.
Deborah Breedlove says, "Have we seen any real skin changers besides Six Skins?"
You had what's his name? I always forget his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. The
Wildling?
The Wilding Eagle guy. That's a different guy. That was not Varamir in the show, by the way.
Okay.
His name's on the tip of my tongue. Somebody fill me in. Him, and of course the Stark kids are all wargs, but John resisted. Bran obviously, he's the Three-Eyed Crow. Every Stark kid as well. So the two mentioned mainly though are Varamir and what's his face, Eagle guy.
And that's because they other things besides direwolves is the
Yes.
difference. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Oriel, thank you. God, I don't want to tip my tongue. Thank you, Eric. Mishima. Yeah, that was my text. That was a TIE fighter. You heard. Sorry, I didn't have my phone on
That's
silent.
funny.
Somebody heard the TIE
They
fighter.
did, man.
And that damn microphone's picking that up over there.
No joke.
And this is the bad one. Let's see. Watch out, Sir Hunts. Nightbot, get you, man. All right, so we are at. Let's see. Let me double check. Thank you, Mike. Mike just throwing a super chat. Down payment for Nintendo Switch.
Thank you, brother.
You have a Nintendo, Mike? I don't get it, man. I mean, I like Zelda. I wanted to play that, but I don't get the mobile game stuff anymore. I don't know. So I'm not sure I'm going that route. I like to play Zelda, but I just would rather have I don't understand the whole cartoony thing.
And it's a big thing. I don't get it either.
Yeah, I mean, I love Zelda. I love the game, and I'm sure I'd enjoy it, but I don't know. Nintendo's they just don't get it right anymore. I guess they're going for a certain market.
It's a different demographic.
It's a different demographic.
That's right.
That's fine, but it is what it is.
That one.
It's like they won't compete with Sony and PlayStation and Xbox as far as the I guess the adult market. Joseph Ashley Cuna, who would you rather Queen of Thorns or Melisandre without the bracelet?
Oh shit!
Damn.
That's a good question.
Probably the Queen of Thorns, just to hear her roast me, because she's funny as hell.
She really is.
Yeah, she's awesome. All right, so what is that? Carol. Oh, super chat from Carol. Thank you, Carol. Again. Chris played The Last of Us. It's amazing. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, it's. I need to check that out. I don't have time. I want to play these games and I don't have time. Then I get them and have to go edit again and make another video. But yeah, I need to
turn some of these women away when they come to the door.
Right. That takes up all my time. Sir Hunts, happy birthday, man. How old are you? Thank you, Sir Hunts. Reviews. I am 28. Again, I swear. It's true. No, I'm 42. 42. unfortunately. All right, so let's see. It is we've been going 2 hours and 45 minutes. I know you have to go to work. It's almost 1 o'clock, so
I'm sorry.
I guess we'll have to shut her down. Corey says play World of Warcraft. It's super short. Yeah, yeah, Corey. Yeah, I had to quit that shit. I had to quit Warcraft years ago. First it was Star Wars Galaxies, then it was Warcraft, and
Yeah,
I
buddy.
never left. And I can't go back that route again.
Yeah,
And then I did play Star Wars: The Old Republic, but then it kind of just died off.
but it was badass. That surprised me.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. If they would make a new Star Wars Galaxies with the same function as the original with new graphics, it would destroy everything. I don't understand what's going on.
Doc Holliday says, so that's where the whores are.
That's where all the whores go. That's right. Meridian, thank you guys. Love from South Africa. All right, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Again, just a couple things. Con of Thrones, in case you wasn't here early in the stream, booth 304.
304.
If you're going to be there. Also, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, hats are available in the store now.
Yes.
So if you're interested in those, they are there. You can get a kind of a fitted hat and then a regular and then a damn snapback if you want to wear some shit like that. But thanks for hanging out. Anything else?
No, I'll just throw my, dustonTheThrone at gmail.com. DustonTheThrone@gmail.com. Any ideas on my channel or anything like that, just shoot me a line.
All right, so thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. And happy Father's Day to everybody. And we'll see you next Sunday at 10 o'clock and during the season at 10:30. So thanks for hanging out. See you
Really
later.
enjoyed it. Thank you.